Hey, Mooch Crap J-Dubs.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey Jay.
What up with your Crap and Mooch and Jay with?
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Show. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Make sure.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub.
¿Cómo están, bitches?
Hey Mooch and Crap, hey Jay.
Hey Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch and Crap and Jay?
Sup, Mooch and Crap. Sup, J-Dubs.
Hello, Mooch and Crap.
What up, Mooch? What up, Crap?
Hey, what's up, Mooch and Crap?
You guys have the best damn podcast on YouTube, bar none.
Good morning. Terrible.
Things couldn't get any worse.
Thank God I'm a Mooch maniac.
He's my favorite.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. It is M&C Mornings on Father's Day. It's just a good day to game, man. It feels good. Chat's just kind of rolling in here. Crap. You're just getting back from work, which is good. Me and J-Dubs did. We did our technical checks today, folks, but as usual, no promises. Okay,
none whatsoever.
None. My God, Crap! If we were putting out a different product, it'd have no warranty on the back of the box.
Absolutely. Well, people don't like a warranty anyway. I mean, I can take
old.
a shit in the box and tell you it's something. I forget how that.
I know.
I've seen that movie like a million times. And I forget how it goes.
I never remember that. Well, while everyone's shuffling in, we have a lot of our hardcore fans. Shout out to Triple Cup. Punk Dish is here. See a lot of Noof Nukem. Guys, tweet out the link. Let everybody know that we are live today on Father's Day. Crap. Real quick, FortNite is causing quite a shitstorm out there in the real world. Is this something that you guys might, FortNite, guys. You remember that game, right? It's so good. I love that beat, Crap. Jay, you're so good at that. I love it.
Yeah, he is.
What do you think, Crap? Can FortNite force Sony's hand? Can they be forced?
No, Sony is Sony. They're going to do what they want. But the good news is there's good news, Sony fans. Sony is listening to your concerns, and they've sold 79.3 million consoles. So, I mean, if that doesn't make you feel better about things, I don't know what will.
When they responded with that, I keep thinking of that James Franco gif where it's wait, what? When he goes like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It's like, what would you guys like for lunch? Well, I just mowed my lawn yesterday. What? I'm sorry. What was that? Completely different answer than you wanted to hear. Yeah, that sales thing, as much as we all know and give credit to Sony for doing so well in sales, it's just, I don't think you can use that in that particular instance.
I agree.
Yeah. But it's funny because FortNite, we had a bunch of people over hanging out. And a lot of people that were hanging out they're not gamers, but yet you know what they were talking about? They were talking about FortNite. Just because
he ended it early.
He did end it early there. But yeah, Crap, that's the thing about this game that's so crazy. It's caught the general media, not just the gaming media. It's really caught fire. So and more people are picking it up on Switch now. So I don't know. The crossplay thing I think is
2 million in the first day. That's insane.
First of all, that's wild. That number blows my mind. But I think
Hey,
that
if you want me to take a shit in a boxing market, guaranteed I will. There we go.
There
I've
it
been
is.
searching for that this whole time.
I figured. I'm like, where the hell's Crap? I'm like, I don't know how much Fortnite material I can do.
Yeah, it's a well, you know what? It is a little bit annoying because like when there's something that's kind of bugging you.
Yeah.
Right. Because we've tried to go there with that quote a couple times now.
We have. Well, I tried doing the head up of butchers. Oh, never mind. I can't get that.
It's like, wait, it's got to be your bull.
Wait,
I know that there's some kind of joke.
It's
like that.
your ass. Or oh man, this is gonna be a good episode. I can already tell. Oh,
we do have a lot
God.
of voicemails. We got
do.
a lot of, and if anybody wants to call in on Skype, MC Space Mornings.
Yes.
If you guys want to talk about how amazing that Xbox E3 conference was,
Yes.
that's always something that the show's here for. That's why we're here, is
Yep.
so that you guys can call in and express how awesome it was, or maybe you didn't think it was awesome. Maybe you
Right.
thought it sucked. Maybe you were like, man, I'm really disappointed. I wanted to see something else. So I think that it's one of those interesting situations where Microsoft, I think, did a lot for themselves, and it's rare because you see the media actually on board with them for a change.
Yeah. Well,
like Microsoft won, like even the polls, the Reset Era poll, the GameSpot, the GameStop, the every poll had Xbox winning. So
you know what's funny, Crap, is two things I want to mention about that. I noticed that somebody was like, "Hey, Mooch, check this out. Look at what they're doing to dilute the actual fan response on who won." They said Xbox, Sony, Nintendo, and like the fourth option in the poll was gamers.
Gamers, yeah, that's the
Right?
first time I think I've seen that.
Yeah, of course.
And it reminds me of that time we did a rundown, and Jay put himself in there, right?
Yeah, you remember
and so
that?
It dilutes,
Everything
and
went
it
off
diluted.
kilter.
Yeah, and it like diluted what should have been just a straight Mooch versus Crap into.
Wait a second. Are
JW.
you trying to say that Jay's not important? Because I know a lot of people that actually really worship.
It's true.
Yeah,
it is
mighty-
true.
mighty
Look at that.
Wow.
That's a great picture you got there, Jay. No, I think a lot of people love Jay. So no, Jay, that
So
was
Jay
warranted.
has his own little animation go up and stuff, and you have the "It's not my bag."
That's not my bag, baby.
Yeah, you
I
have
like
that one.
it's the Christopher Walken interpretation of Austin Powers.
Yeah, it is. Hey,
That's
DJ
not my
Singh-
bag, baby. I almost spit my coffee out.
DJ Singh in the chat says, Mooch and Crap, and there's an Engadget article that says Microsoft was right about always online.
I saw that.
Isn't that so weird?
Listen, we've been saying it for a while. Microsoft's always the reason they trip over their own feet is they're always ahead of the times, but that's the problem in this era, right? I mean, Crap, people were flipping out about digital buys, like digital games. Like, oh my God. Now, and I'm just throwing you in there, Crap, because you are a big fan of the physical disc, and now you're like probably 80-20, unless it's coming in a limited edition. You're probably going digital most times. These are the things that there's fears that we've built ourselves as gamers, and then once a company says it, we're like, look at that fear I had. They're making it happen, and it's like, well, wait, you made the fear up. The fear may not. Sometimes it does. It doesn't truly exist. And I mean, I love the concept of digital gaming. I mean, honestly, guys, digital gaming versus the physical disc is the equivalent of the roll-up window in the car versus the push button. It's not like one's a big deal over the other, but could you even imagine getting in a car right now and cranking the window down?
Yeah,
like it's beyond your belief. So now when you're going from game, I'm playing a game, and then Noof's like, hey, we're gonna play this game.
Hey, it's me, Noof Nukem.
I'm in the room. I'm in your headset now. And he's like, all right, you know what I mean? So, and he's like, we're gonna do this. I just click over. I don't get up, take the disc out, go back, put the disc in, sit down. Your game is loading. It don't need that nonsense. So we do have a call, though. I apologize.
Yes. M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey, Mooch, hey, Crap, what's going on, brothers? It's Noximus One here. Mooch, happy Father's Day, Crap. You enjoy it as well. Listen, real quick, what I just want to bring up to you guys, tell me what you think about this. What I'm glad that this whole FortNite thing is doing, it's finally bringing to light that we've needed cross-platform progression, like taking your data over from one game to another. I'm not so interested in cross-platform play, but progression of saved data and items. Like, if I want to play Destiny on PS4 with my pals, I should be able to do that there and take all my progress over to the Xbox One. So I'm glad that the whole fiasco with Sony is finally bringing it to light. All right, man. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great show. Again, enjoy your Father's Day, gentlemen. Peace.
All right, nice. Yeah, you know, I can't say that I disagree. I think that it's a very good idea. Here's the thing: I'm not big on crossplay. I don't really care about it. I don't care for it.
Right.
But if you have an account and you buy stuff and unlock stuff for an account, that account should be able to play on anything. Right. All your stuff. Like if you have the John Wick skins or whatever, and you played it on PS4, you should be able to take your skins at least with you to play on Switch or Xbox or whatever, you know?
Right. And that's the thing. You know, I'm kind of caught in the crosshairs here a little bit too, Crap, because I'm with you. And shout out to the caller. First of all, thanks for the call. Happy Father's Day. Right back at you, brother. I appreciate it. But really, when it comes to crossplay, I think in the case of FortNite, it's a case-by-case situation. FortNite's a different animal. It's its own thing. It's become this immersion that everybody across all gaming platforms, mobile, console, PC, are all playing together. I get it. But realistically, when it comes down to it, man, we're not at a point right now where everybody just if your friends are all on PS4, you're probably on PS4. If your friends are all on Xbox, you're probably on Xbox. So if Crap says to me, hey, I want to play Fortnite, and my Xbox is on, and he's like, I'm on PS4, I'm very simply going to say to him, I'll play, come on Xbox. Like, I don't think that's but I get the ease, and maybe this is one of those things I was just talking about, Crap, where it's the fear we've built in, and really there is no fear. It's just something we have to it's a hurdle we all have to get past. But realistically, these platforms need you to exist on their particular platform. So I understand where Sony's coming from. I think Sony should ease up and do it a case-by-case situation. But realistically, Crap, if Xbox was our platform, I don't know if I'd want you to play Call of Duty versus another platform. I want you and your friends playing on my particular platform. So yeah. I get where Sony's coming from. I really do.
From a business perspective, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely not consumer friendly, but let's be honest, folks. You know, this consumer friendly thing is really great, and I'm for it. I'm a consumer, but sometimes I think we're asking for, everything to be consumer friendly. I mean, not everything's consumer friendly. I don't know. I think we pick. No, I'm not consumer friendly. It's great. I mean, it is what it is. So I don't know. I think that's why I said case by case situation for each game. And I think Fortnite does need to be crossplay because it's a phenomenon. You know what I mean? It's taken the world by storm. So that's where you ease up a little. But you know what? Hey, it is what it is. I know we do have a voicemail, Jay, that has a decent amount of length to it. Maybe Jay's taking a call.
We know we have a plethora, but yes, we have one really special from an old friend of ours.
Okay,
it goes a little long, so please everyone have patience, but
it's worth it.
He's a close friend of the show.
Yes, he is.
That's why we do this. Here we go. It's Def Jam Bam.
What's up, Mooch Crap Jay? How y'all doing this morning? As you get this message, it's probably Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to y'all. Hope y'all enjoy your day. I'm not a father, I'm single, so single life. You know how that is.
But, I know. I follow his Instagram.
Yeah, let's get on to E3 wrap up. As far as Microsoft, PlayStation, Nintendo, who really won? I would say the gamers won because all the gamers that was interested in something in each conference got what they wanted. So in reality, the gamers won. But, if I had to pick a conference, Microsoft came out, they delivered what they were supposed to. They delivered on what they needed to do. They had to address studios. They did that. Of course, they're going to show marketing third-party games and all that. We know that. All companies do that. But that Ninja Theory was definitely a surprise. I didn't see that coming. And Playground, we already knew about that. Yeah, it was just what the fuck took so long. And they made a new studio, so that's good. I'm sorry, when I saw that Gears pop and that Gears tactic, I was ready to trade my Xbox in. I was looking like, what the fuck is this shit? But then they came out with the Gears 5. I was loving what I was seeing. And look, I don't have a problem, because supposedly on Twitter, people was having problems with Kate being the protagonist in Gears 5. I don't care. As long as the story is good, as long as the game is great. Gears is going to be Gears in me. So, like I said, Gears is always one of my favorite franchises. So, I can't wait to see more on that. And Forza was just fucking beautiful. And, yeah, Sony. As for Sony, hey, look, Sony showed the games. Let's not take that away from them. Even if they did that in the back of Mooch's shed or Crap shed, they showed the games. Now, the presentation and all that, I didn't bother to watch it. I just looked at the trailers. Because from what everybody was saying on Twitter, I wasn't missing much. But I ain't gonna lie, Sony's, I never played a Last of Us game. That Last of Us 2 looked great. I kind of felt like Tomb Raider-ish to me, but that's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with that. But Last of Us 2 looked great. Ghost of Tsushima looked great. Well, Spider-Man, so nothing too much to say about that.
Swing to the right.
And what else?
It's Big Moochie.
It's Big Mooch.
Oh, Death Stranding. Looks good. Look like it's going to be a good game, but what the fuck is that game? I don't know. Like, what is this? Like second time they done showed that game off, and we still don't know what the fuck it is. Like, come on now, Kojima, what are you doing? Give us a bone here. What is this game? What are we? As Boom said it, that's the luggage simulator. Shout out to Boom. And yeah, but don't get me wrong. Graphically, the games look good. They all don't got no release dates, so we'll see. We'll see when they come out. And Nintendo, I didn't even bother to watch Nintendo. I can care less about Nintendo. But, I want to get y'all guys' thoughts on E3 conferences, what y'all like, what y'all didn't like. Oh, and Mooch, Division 2 next year. We'll be playing that co-op. You already know what time it is. I don't want it. Crap and Mooch, don't y'all start that. Hey, man, that 1 week was good. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit at all. But everybody in the chat listening in and M&C in the mornings, hit that like button. Share this out. I'm out. Jay, play the Seagulls.
M&C and Bam in the mornings.
Yeah, M&C Bam. That's so good.
I told you guys it was a long one.
Yeah, we were prepped for that one.
Yeah, it was good. So, you know what? I saw a lot of stuff that I liked. Cyberpunk, I'm interested in. Obviously, I heard that was really good. They did a behind the closed doors thing that was awesome.
Yeah.
Forza Horizon 4, the seasons, and that just blew me away. 4K, there's a 60 frames per second mode on that. Seeing Gears 5 after they trolled us.
Yes.
Gears Pop, that was awesome. The announcement of 5 studios, I know that's not like a game per se, but it's going to be games. That's
Did
what's
you find it interesting, Crap, that like a lot of these studios sit there and they're like, I want my independence. Don't take my independence from me. And then they sign, they later on they end up coming back and they sign with Microsoft. It's interesting, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe we're overusing the word independence. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that I think that whole independence thing is something that maybe only really works with a few real developers, right? Because everybody else, you're always just looking for that next paycheck. Exactly. If you don't have that place for that next paycheck, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No, that's the thing. I mean, I get that. Yes. But like that's why I sit there and I say I don't think necessarily their independence is that big of a deal then necessarily. I don't know. I mean, or Microsoft's giving them that freedom.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, here's the thing. If you look at the studios that they signed, particularly Compulsion Games and Ninja Theory, and then of course the Initiative, it looks like those three have total independence to do whatever they want. I would expect probably new IPs from those quite often. Where it looks like Undead Labs is going to be doing State of Decay 3. They're a State of Decay developer. That's what they do. Right. So I wouldn't expect anything new from them, to be honest with you.
No.
And Playground Games, I'd expect them for the foreseeable future to focus on Forza Horizon and Fable. So
yeah, and I mean that's all but known. So I think that's great. I there's one thing you keep saying. I've listened to a few of the shows over the past week. Crap, you keep saying, and Ninja Theory is going to make a single player game.
Yeah,
and I sit there every time I hear you say that, and I'm like, huh, I don't know if that's written in stone. I think that I think there's a chance that Microsoft might say, listen, I'm going to give you all the freedom in the world, but make sure your game has a multiplayer.
No. They have all the they already started on something.
But how do we know they want to do something multiplayer? How do we know
they do?
Oh, okay.
Every game that they've ever done has been single player.
That is true. Yeah, I mean, we should look at their track record, right? I mean, that does. I guess you're right in that retrospect.
Damn right, I am. Crap gamer, right? That's right. Get that damn t-shirt.
You heard it here first. Jay, let's do a voicemail again. I think the next few are going to be quite shorter. A lot.
Yeah, definitely. So let's go with. I'm gonna eeny meeny miny mo. G-Man 1172.
Oh, G-Man Jerky Boy.
Jerky Boy?
Yeah, it should be good.
Hey, what's up, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs, what's going on, G-Man 1172? Just real quick, guys, we gotta lay off AC Bongos, dude. We gotta do it. My sister-in-law is from across the pond, and, that's her cousin, twice removed and once under her shoe. He's getting a little upset. He called and he left a message on my sister-in-law's voicemail. She just got off the phone, ripping me apart, saying, look, you had these friends of yours to stop picking on little AC, all right? His fucking message, he just said, I'm smart, I can do things, and I want some respect!
Oh, I love G-Man Jerky Boy. He is awesome, man. He should put out his own LP, man. I'd buy that. That was great. I'm smart. Oh no, listen.
You get that, and I don't know who else gets it, but that's funny.
Listen, he's Fredo. I mean, listen. The thing about it is, I love Graham. I think Graham's actually one of the nicest people, probably to be employed by Microsoft. But it's so funny because if you look at where they plug Graham into the shows. It's always it's literally like he's Fredo. It's like in Godfather, they put Fredo over in Vegas and they put him in there as like a holding spot. Like you go over there and hold down the Corleone name and we'll let you know when we need you. You know what I mean? It's like, and now after all these big announcements, Graham Boyd will talk all your ears off about the new pop-up toys from Gears of War. And the audience goes silent. You know what I mean? It's like, everything Graham covers generally has no interest. So I don't know, for some reason, and he's always, you know what I mean? It's always like he's like caught deer in headlights. It's funny. There's a lot of people that are doing gaming news or reporting across the media in the gaming world, and a lot of them don't really look like they should be doing gaming news media across the gaming world. You know what I mean? I don't know why, but it's almost like when somebody leaves, the next person behind the camera just stands in front of it. Who's next? Me, sir. Me.
Like Microsoft is so weird with who they let like interview and do that stuff, right? Like I saw her name is Tina. She used to be on G4 TV interviewing Phil Spencer at Inside Xbox. It's like sometimes they'll have Chobot do it, sometimes they'll have somebody else do it. It's like I wish they'd have like a dedicated team, to do stuff like that. Just because it just gets so weird. Like I always thought when they were doing that TV angle, that it made sense for them to do like shows on their own dashboard again. I love that. Right. You know what I mean? Like I really thought that was cool, and I hate the fact that they stopped doing that. So, but overall, man, I gotta say the interviews afterwards, much more fun, much more everything. Yeah. And the actual E3 itself. Like E3 was great.
Yeah, the whole week after was really great. The information that came out was great. I liked that the E3 week doesn't end because the show's over on stage.
Yeah, exactly. And we get more and more stuff, more and more announcements, more and more kind of idea of where Microsoft's going. I like that. I think that's right. That's the part that I look forward to the most. Also, the fact that Sony kind of got the shit end of the stick for a change. I like that a lot.
Right. Yeah, I do too. I really do. I think that the way that they have the format right now is great. Now, what's weird though, crap, is I see that from the Microsoft end, right? They have the Inside Xbox the day after, then they have all these little extra shows that sometimes they'll do at 6 p.m. Last year they didn't have Inside Xbox. They did like a series of 6 p.m. Eastern time shows. Every night it was like a quick half hour, 40 minutes, and it was the same thing that Inside Xbox did, but they spread it out. Does Sony do a lot of? I didn't see a lot of post E3 Sony information come out.
Well, I mean, what are they going to show off? That guy backpacking, Norman Reedus with all kinds of different bags and packs.
Hey, you just bring Norman Reedus out there and everybody just goes crazy, right, crap? He could have just signed up for autograph signings and it would have been a hit.
Exactly. But for me, it wasn't. And then, look, and I get called a hater. I get called a lot of stuff because wasn't particularly a fan of the stuff that they showed. I think that, let me be clear, I think that The Last of Us 2 will overtake God of War as the game of our puny existence as mortals.
Yes, it will.
It will, but it's not for me. Like
that's not your bag.
Yeah, it's not my bag.
Oh, that's not my bag, baby.
Exactly. So but I thought it looked good for what it was. The couple seconds of footage that I saw because I was getting a snack and a drink. And then the Ghost of Tsushima game, no interest in that whatsoever. I thought the graphics looked pretty, but for me, games have to be more than just pretty graphics. And then of course, a game where you just walk around exploring, that's not my bag either. And then Spider-Man, which I actually think they did themselves a disservice by showing that particular footage. I would have rather them do swing to the left, swing to the right, QTE, because what they showed there looked very Arkham City-ish, right?
Yeah.
And so, like that's not my bag, so that one was the worst showing for me of Spider-Man, but it still looked good. I'm still getting it. It's just that was like, it just seemed more generic to me. Like,
yes. Well, listen, here's the thing. And guys, take this, please. If you're big comic book fans of Spider-Man, just for a second, put that side of you down and listen to what I have to say. Spider-Man, this is not really a critique or a negative. Spider-Man. And once I have this conversation with fans of Spider-Man, they're like, well, Mooch, what did you want? It's Spider-Man. I'm like, that's how I started this argument.
It's true.
Right? It is what it is. Right? It's just swinging around. I understand the city is detailed and it looks good. I get it. I love Insomniac games. They do great work. But realistically, at the end of the day, after you play probably 3-4 hours of it, you're like, oh my God, look, 65 other little things appeared in the city that got to swing around, run on the side of the building, fight a guy on the top. It's Spider-Man. We've been playing the same
That, my
game.
friend, is a you problem.
It might be, Mooch. That really might be a me problem. I'm going to play it. I might play it, but I'm just not overly amped. And that's the only thing I'm saying is I think a lot of people are getting on the Spider-Man train because it's Spider-Man. It's the same thing. Remember what I told you with Star Wars? Not Battlefront 2, just Star Wars. Remember when Disney first purchased it? We were talking well over, a year or 2 years ago. And I'm like, crap, they're making like word of the day toilet paper Star Wars. TP. Yeah. They have napkins and they've got paper plates. They've got shoelaces and they're coming out with Star Wars, everything. I'm like, I think we're going a little overboard with the Star Wars. And now it's funny.
Nostalgia
now
is a hell of a drug.
It is.
Yeah. Well, hey, somebody says, but you love Sunset Overdrive. Crap. Sunset Overdrive was a new IP. It was his own thing.
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man is something a little like the fact that they're just like, oh, here's all these villains. And I don't know. I think maybe it would have been better tied into maybe the movies or something like that. But I mean, I'm still excited for it. It's just that took a little bit of the shine off. It's just like the same generic enemies that all look the same. And I made kind of a bold prediction, which I don't even know if it was a bold prediction, but I said Forza Horizon 4 is going to get a better Metacritic score than Spider-Man. And I think that that's really going to be the case because if you look at Spider-Man games in general, or like those type, even Insomniac games, you don't see them get like those 90s. You know what I mean? Like everybody just assumes that Sony gets these hit after hit after hit. And I think the game's going to get in the 80s somewhere for sure, but I think Forza Horizon 4 is going to get in the 90s.
No, I'm with you on that. But Dan White, Dan says the people who played it like it. I'm assuming he's talking about Spider-Man. That's not the argument. I just said Insomniac Games is an outstanding studio. I expect nothing but perfection out of them. But like Crab said, like there's only a few of the NPCs on screen, right? And then they're like, Mooch, like someone was like, look, I'm counting 8 You keep saying 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, but the 4 or 5 in front of you are moving, and the other 2 behind are just like Crap's animation on this show. Their shoulders are going up and down, and they're just sitting there waiting for you to beat the first 4.
They're checking their voicemails and they're checking their tweeters.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, this is not that big of a deal. And once you get done with I jumped up and I hit the guy with the web and I threw him left and right, that animation will start to get old, and then you're just going to have 65 of those beams of light in the air which are tasks. And you're just going to, I just think it's going to be extremely repetitive. And Sunset Overdrive, like you said, Crap, was a new IP. I love the writing in it. It was like that make fun of the apocalyptic, kind of like Shaun of the Dead meets, what's that zombie movie with, God, now I can't remember his name. The guy from Cheers, and Woody Harrelson was in it.
Zombieland.
Zombieland makes fun of that genre, and it does it well. Shaun of the Dead did the same thing, and I thought that this post-apocalyptic world, with whatever happened in Sunset Overdrive with the crushed creatures, that's what I used to call them. They look like orange soda bursts. They made fun of it because it was corny, and they knew how to kind of do a tongue-in-cheek thing, and it was funny. So I gave them a little bit more slack, but I think Sunset Overdrive needs a lot more work. If we're having a Sunset Overdrive 2, Crap, it needs a lot more.
Just to point this out as well, those saying that, like, predicting that Spider-Man's going to get 90s. Sunset Overdrive, as good as that is, 81. Ratchet and Clank, as good as that was, the remake on PS4, 85. I'm telling you, you guys that are setting the bar way too high, it's a Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
He swings around. It's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be a fine game.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you that I would not expect like this phenomenal this
what's coming out around that, Crap, that September? Isn't Shadow of the Tomb Raider comes out a week later? But other than that, I mean, Spider-Man's probably going to get its time in the sun for a good chunk of September. See, Sony knew what they were doing there.
Also, by the way, Resistance 86, Resistance 3 83, Resistance 2 87. Right. So they don't really hit that big 90 mark. And I would just assume that this is probably won't. And like, I'm not saying that makes it a bad game. I'm just saying if I made a prediction that Forza Horizon 4 is going to score better than it, then that's my prediction, man.
Right.
It's, also shout out to Lady Foxfire, because I was like, oh, you didn't even say hi. And then she's like, no, I did. And then so now she's kind of like, oh, well, she should say something. So yeah, there.
Well, thanks to everybody. And shout out to Luca's in the chat.
Luca's in the chat
Happy
too.
Father's Day to everybody.
Yes.
So I appreciate that.
You know what? Did your dad never give you a nickname growing up?
No.
No?
Negative.
Mine did.
Nice.
You want to know what it was?
Sure.
Baby King Kong.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
That's a pretty good nickname, to be honest with you.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah, let's be honest. The King Kong was like that was basically big in gaming. I guess I'm thinking Rampage.
Well, no, when I was like, because I was always like, when I'd go past a window, he said that my shadow kind of like King Kong. So, yeah, like
that's great.
Like, yeah.
I've got a funny nickname story. So my sister, she has 2 kids, 2 boys, and she got divorced very early in after she had the kids, right? And so one of my nephews really didn't know his dad very well, so I kind of stepped up and I basically became I was Uncle Jay, but I was I played the father role for a long time, and when he grew up, I was giving him a nickname. So his real name is Alexander, and I called him Alexander Porkchop for the longest time. And to this day, the boy's 22 years old, and he still goes by Porkchop. So I don't know if that's funny, but I mean, but the fact that these names carry on forever, and he's a big guy too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's we still call him Porkchop.
Porkchop, a nickname Tiny or something, right?
Oh God, that's
like, yeah. So I mean, I had an interesting kind of childhood growing up and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like, just Father's Day has always been pretty important to me.
That's cool
as well. So
absolutely, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of it too. I've mentioned it on multiple shows. Like, I think that, and I won't speak for you or Jay, but like one of the things that was really cool, me growing up, my dad was really into gaming. Like, he liked, did he do what we do as dads? Not quite as much as all of us do, but like, he was cool with it. You know what I mean? So like, it was awesome. Like I remember some of my friends, their parents were not cool with gaming. You know what I mean? They're like, but my dad was like, you guys just jamming out. We would just play video games Saturday, all of us. It was a blast. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like, Father's Day does play a major role with you know, not just father and son.
Hey, Noof was like, Noof goes, time to rebrand the channel, crap.
You know what this means now? You're gonna go from a rhino to a big gorilla now.
I still like being the rhino, but I
would go rhino.
I always liked that. Like, I didn't mind that nickname. I was like, hey, that's not too bad, you know? Like,
not just that, but if Crap became King Kong, that would mean that you're like, he's your daddy, Jay. Who is your daddy?
I'm Diddy
and
Kong.
what does he do? Who is your daddy? And what does he do? We should get that sound bit. Oh, that's a good one.
We should.
Right?
Like, Jay, get on that, man.
Yeah.
You guys got to stop laughing between the takes, and then I'd be able to cut it out.
Right? you know
like crossfire.
Crossfire! You can't tell which one's real or recorded.
I know, right?
I've been giving Jay all these like code words to do some great things. I don't know where Jay, you missed my Bill Pullman. I wanted to have a Bill Pullman speech in there.
Oh,
go quietly into the night.
Yes.
We will not vanish without a fight.
Correct. Remember I was bringing up the independence of the game companies?
Yes.
Oh, Bill. He was so much better in the first one.
We celebrate our Independence Day.
Dude, I hate to say this, but I pretend like the second one never even existed.
Wait, say again?
I pretend like the second one doesn't even exist.
I know. I mean, Bill Pullman in that is
so
the
bad.
ex-president of the United States in that. Like, he looked terrible.
He looked crazy.
Yeah, he's all nuts.
Yeah, he's like got a big beard and stuff.
Yeah.
It's bad. Like,
Guy who
not that big
saves the
beards are
planet.
bad.
I mean, even if he ends up going crazy, you got to give him that respect for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Save the planet.
Yeah, he did. And then same thing with Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie. That's great. Cousin Eddie.
Yeah, oh, sorry, Cousin Eddie. Yeah.
So good. He's like, the gift that keeps on giving all year long, Clark.
The Jelly of the Month Club.
Oh,
I love that.
This is great. This is Father's Day. This is what it should be. These are great memories of old school movies. Jay, if we got a voicemail, we probably should play the one of a million we have.
Yeah.
Certainly. So I'm trying to sort these out because a lot of them were from pre-E3, and I'm afraid that a lot of the things that they're going to ask are kind of going to be irrelevant. But
yeah, we do have a couple pre-E3s in there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go back a little bit from last week, and if it's a little irrelevant, you guys can just deal with that. But we have KAH Masters.
All right.
Okay.
Mooch, Crap, J-Dub, it's your boy KH. After a month delay off, I'm back. Talk about this Xbox thing, E3 coming up, and we'll see what Phil got his hand. I think he got some couple of bangers coming out, but we'll see. My main question for you guys is, what is the one thing that Xbox must show? Not that you want, that even if this is the most boring answer in the world, what the one thing that Xbox must show you at E3 to keep you happy, or at least content with how Xbox are going? Well, that's my question, guys. Peace.
That was easy. They had to show some of those studio announcements, and I don't think anybody expected 5. I expected 3, but not 5, because 5 is more than 3.
Last I checked, I'll tell you this much crap. And I know that's an older call, but listen, there's something that was in the chat too, so I'll tie it in together. Donald Blades, he says, "Hey, Mooch, Crap, what do you guys think about the Slip Space engine?" I believe that's what he's talking about in referring to Halo Infinite. I believe.
Yeah.
Listen, that to me was something that Microsoft had to do. They had to show Halo. They had to show Halo, because
and they're taking. To be fair, you know what they're doing that a lot of people said that they should do. They're reinventing their big hit exclusives.
Yes.
Like if you look at what's happening in the Gears, they're taking a very different kind of turn with that, and people are even comparing it to the turn that God of War took. And if you look at Halo, they're taking their time with it, and obviously taking it back a little bit to the drawing board. Rain G4 says, "Mooch and Crap, happy Father's Day." Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Rain. Appreciate it.
And also, the guy that voiced Halo or Master Chief, Steve Downs, confirmed that he's coming back for that one as well. So
that's
good. People wanted to play as Master Chief. Why in the world? That's like that's like Mooch and Crap show without Mooch and Crap.
Yeah, next week's episode will be without Sans Mooch and Crap.
Yeah, next week's episode is going to be hosted by Bob and John Boy.
Bob and Jimmy,
yeah. Let's see who shows up for that shit. Nobody, because they'd be expecting Mooch and Crap.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have
you'd be disappointed too. M&C Mornings, what's up?
You'd be disappointed too.
Yes, sir. Mooch, Crap, Chat, and Jay, aka the Father Board. What's going on to y'all? Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope. Man, still just reeling about E3 right now. I feel like Microsoft killed it, man. I would have liked for them to have had some maybe exclusive content shown. Like if they had marketing rights for Red Dead and gave that gang hideout as like some exclusive content to Xbox, that would have been huge. But Cyberpunk did it for me. That game is going to be a juggernaut. I'd literally put that against really any other game, even Red Dead. But we're not going to see that for God knows how long. But anyway, I know a quick question for you guys. I know they said they were going to be looking to acquire more studios in the future. I was just curious, is Visceral still on the table? Because if so, I think that would be an excellent grab for them. But yeah, what do you guys think? What do you see coming down the line? All right, have a good one. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Peace.
No, that was a great call, Crap. I kind of want to answer the caller's question, but then somebody in the chat actually brought something up that I have been thinking about it, not quite in those terms, but I think Cyberpunk. You know, it's funny. We all say Red Dead 2 nothing could really give it a run. Nobody will ever be able to compete with it. I think Cyberpunk 2077, Crap, would be able to be the game that may just be able to go head to head with Red Dead and beat it. Not that it will.
Well, it's hard saying, but people are genuinely excited for Cyberpunk, and apparently it's it blows people's minds. People are saying it's going to be banned in some countries though for whatever reason, but that's why I'm kind of happy that where we live where we do. But it's just entertainment. I don't know why people would ban, but for me, that's much more of an interesting premise than The Witcher. And I love The Witcher, but that game
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, it's just maybe too vast or too, I don't know. This
may be just as vast, but I think the environment, it kind of intrigues me more than The Witcher. And The Witcher is a beautiful game. There's not even a negative I could say about it, except for the fact that maybe the only negative is it's too damn long.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what's funny? There's
a fan says it's too boring for many people. I felt like there was some parts that was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then some parts that just got kind of boring. And then some of that leveling up. Same thing with Assassin's Creed Origins. I like that game a lot.
Yes.
But then they make you constantly grind
towards
the end, and I didn't like that. With The Witcher, it's also it wouldn't have hurt if they would have thrown in some achievements. I got
to tell you,
they keep me going
I'm
a
with
bit.
you on that. I'm with we have such. All right, we want to take that live call, but someone in the chat.
I just want to say. I was playing, I know we got a call in a second. I was playing that Onrush game, and I was about to put it up, and then I started popping these achievements last night, stayed on another hour and a half.
Yeah, the achievements in that game, they literally, you have to
just get them for playing,
dive, duck, and dodge. Those things are just thrown.
I love that game. But M&C Mornings, what up? Happy Father's Day.
Hey, Mooch and Crap, and all hail Jay, all hail Jay. Man, E3 was pretty awesome. It would have been nice to see Fable, but I think since they showed Cyberpunk, I think they're going to save Fable probably for Gamescom. Well, anyway, my question is this Battle Royale that's coming to Call of Duty. Now, how's that going to work? Because they put Call of Duty out every year. Are they going to just put a new Battle Royale out every year, or do you think they're just going to expand on the one that they're making? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you very much. Bye.
I think they're going to expand on what they're making because
I think they're going to do different ones.
Different what?
Different battle royales.
You think so?
Yeah,
I think they'll have new maps. But
no, this one's run by Treyarch, right? So they're gonna have those characters or whatever.
Okay. Let's still battle royale.
Yeah, and then next year, we've heard that it's going to be Modern Warfare 4, and they're going to have Battle Royale and also bring back a campaign. So thankfully, hopefully I'll be able to pick that one up. The only way I'm getting Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is if Luca wins it for me or somebody mooches me a copy.
Yeah, well, I got news for you. I'll be all over that Blackout. That thing looks great.
We haven't even seen anything of it yet. That's why I'm like,
it's gonna be fun. Crap, it's gonna be look,
fun.
Hashtag fun. I'm not saying that I can't sit here and tell anybody Call of Duty's the must buy of this fall. No way. All those games, they're all kind of getting played out, right? I mean, Call of Duty Battlefield, we've been playing these things for a decade. It's like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
But
not only that, but did you see like another bit of anti-consumer bit that they have with that game is you used to be able to buy the maps individually. Yeah. Now you have to have the season pass. So, I mean,
okay. All right. Well, hey, if they get bit in the ass, you'll see that change next year. I don't know.
Just look at what happened to Microsoft, right?
I'm not buying any extra maps. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, you're gonna have to, man. They're gonna want you to buy extra maps.
They're gonna want me to. I haven't bought new maps concerning Call of Duty, and I can't tell you how long. I years and years and years. I don't buy those.
Me too.
Well, we have a call again. Let's take that call real quick.
M&C Mornings.
Morning.
What's up?
Hey, Mooch and Crap, this is Sir X, man. I just had a thought. Sony's press conferences have been getting weaker and weaker every year. To use a Moochism, I can't believe I'm doing this, they broke. They are broke. So that's why their conferences are weaker and weaker and weaker. And Microsoft got money. That's all my theory. That's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks, Jay.
I mean, look, here's the deal. It's one of those instances where, and I gave credit on Crossfire to Zaire. When you start seeing Microsoft become the behemoth that they are, like Sony can't compete. They can't. It's a different hemisphere, folks. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's not a diss on Sony. It's just
not.
It's two different worlds.
I get exactly what you're saying. I also want to chime in that Visceral Games is done, so there's nothing Microsoft can do with those because I forgot to answer that question.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But what I noticed was that people are starting to take note that Microsoft is doing this whole sort of like good guy thing, and it could pay off for them, right? So I think that people are really starting to take this. So here's an interesting quote from a story about Microsoft and what they're doing. It says, so what does it all mean? It means that Microsoft is differentiating themselves from Sony, their chief competitor, in preparation for the next console generation, generating goodwill with the gaming community, giving them as much freedom and choice as possible whilst they choose which games to play and how to play them. Play a huge catalog of great games for a cheap monthly payment, interact with your friends on other consoles, access an expansive library of classic titles, and embrace your nostalgia, then wait with bated breath for the fantastic new exclusives that Microsoft is developing with their talented new studios. Really, Microsoft is simply putting themselves in a favorable position as possible for next-gen's console wars.
Right.
And that's, I couldn't have said it better. Like, we're all wondering why they're so nice and so this or so that. That's the reason. It's so that you have no ammo against them, right? Like there's literally nothing anybody can hate on them for. Like the exclusive thing was the last thing, and they've got 5 new studios all working on games, and they're looking to even get more.
Yeah.
Right. Like there's literally what's left to hate on. Honestly, what is left?
It's hard. They've got the powerful console. They're not lacking in the power department. They've already had the best controller and online. Now you've got the games being made as we speak, and now you're seeing their commitment to gaming by promising not only is the next console in development, but the next consoles are in are in discussion or R&D. So now that you see the commitment and you see the roadmap, and Microsoft is now spending money, listen, that's what we were saying. I wouldn't use the word Sony's broke. They're not broke. But the thing about Sony in comparison, Sony is sweating right now. You're probably going, Mooch, how the hell are they sweating when they're up? Right.
It's our time down here.
It really is crap. I got to tell you, it's our time. We've been waiting for 4 years for this. Basically, I was just waiting for the roadmap and commitment letter, and we got it.
Yeah.
But realistically, Sony's sweating because if Microsoft decides to pull out the wallet, Sony can't compete. Sony can't come out and tomorrow and be like, we bought these 6 studios.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, maybe they can buy one more.
Hey,
and they got a great list of developers already.
Here's another interesting article because I kind of saved these and check them out about the E3s, talking about Microsoft's E3 and Sony's. It says, by contrast, Sony, this is a totally different article, by the way. By contrast, Sony's press conference was a confusing mess in terms of both its intermission-filled presentation and the poor way they showcased the games themselves, almost seeming to encourage talk that too many of them shared the same basic tone and gameplay formula. So when the media is picking up that your games are all sharing the same basic tone and gameplay formula, you know, I'm just saying. And then it also concludes by saying the media briefing was proof that Sony are not infallible and are more easily rattled than you might imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to think a lot of that's right. I think a lot of that's right because we said that years ago. Funny that they didn't cite the source of Mooch and Crap. But that's okay. But realistically, Crap, I'll tell you this much for all you Sony fans that are here. I actually didn't mind the Sony conference. We could sit here and giggle and laugh at the church they set up and the way that they shuffled people. We had that inside Sony presentation with the man who should never be sharing airtime with a microphone, Sean Layden. That was all a misstep. But I thought the way they presented the games and everything like that was just the same that they've done for the past 3 years when everybody was touting that they won. You know, they had a big panorama kind of screen. They've always done this more like cultural type of like music. They've always had the orchestra.
No, they're like talking that weird
flute
music on like lately. It's like since they did they did a symphony one year that was kind of good. And now, so for the next 2 years, they half-ass with these other musical things. Like, I don't want to watch a guy play a banjo for 10 minutes.
No, and I mean, that's the thing. Here's the reason that the banjo is a problem for all you guys that didn't have a problem with it. I actually thought it was okay, but here's the thing. You can't say that guy comes on, he plays a 7-minute piece on the banjo, and that cuts into my E3 time. If you're going to have the banjo and the Yaz flute, okay, if you're going to do that stuff, then that's got to be. So if your show is 90 minutes and those guys take up 15, you've got to tack. That means your 90 minutes those are in addition to the fact that show wasn't very long and we had 2 musical performances in between. That shows you're trying to kill time more than telling me you're trying to get this awesome piece of music that ties into the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that looks like filler to me at that point when it's eating into your 90 minutes. So that was my only issue there. But Crap, there was something here that his name is Brujo X. He says, I'm amazed at how many people bitched about Locke being playable in Halo 5, but have no issue having Kate as the main lead in Gears 5. He says the hypocrisy. You know, Brujo, I got to be honest with you. He makes a valid point here, Crap.
He doesn't really make a valid point. I can tell you why, because Locke did nothing to make anybody interested in that character. While Kate,
what is Kate doing?
She's part of the Locust bloodline. So she's trying to find out more, but like that instantly is going to grab people into it.
All right. I like where you went with that.
Yeah. Like I can already tell you right now that cliffhanger had you wonder what was going on. And so it was a natural progression to play as Kate. It's nothing to do with.
But going back to you saying all these years, Crap, I just want to play as the Chief in Halo. Yeah, well, I want to play as Marcus. This will be 2 games. I don't get to play as Marcus, really.
Well, Marcus isn't like, this is like the next generation thing. They went in a different direction, you know? It's like, look, when you play The Last of Us 2, you know what? They say Joel's not a character you play as. It's only Ellie. So, like, people are going to have to deal with that, too. You know? Just kind
Joel's
of
not playable at all?
No.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought Joel was going to be in parts. I thought it was going to be switching off like the end of The Last of Us.
According to Naughty Dog, he's not. So.
Well, I mean, they know. Yeah. We do have a call.
M&C Mornings, what's up?
Hey, Mooch and Crap, this is Luis from New Mex, Southeast. I was just wondering, why do you think, like, on The Last of Us, Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War, like, they look good, but why do you think the background looks so foggy? All right, cool. Thanks.
That's because of the PS4 hardware limitations. That's called draw distance. And the PS4 and PS4 Pro is not able to achieve like great draw distance. If you want to see great draw distance, load up a game like Assassin's Creed Origins on your Xbox One X and then take a look at how far you can see in the distance.
Yeah. I bet you that plays a role. I know part of it's probably a smidgen of artistic creativity.
Man, come on, dude. Look at that. Like Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
Uncharted 4, Horizon
Yeah.
Zero Dawn, God of War. There's fog everywhere. It's like a goddamn rock concert, man. They got a fog generator. Terrible.
Yeah, it's like a Rush concert. That's great. I hear you. No, I think technically what you just said holds water. Crap. I agree. Yeah, I don't know. I personally think that, but I mean, getting back to the
developers have been using fog for that reason for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. You're not making that up. That's actually something that, I mean, the Don could probably speak a little more to that. But
The
Don.
I think he might be winning that that damn what do you call it? That Xbot thing. He does that gameplay. I always vote for the Don no matter what. And it's just for funny. One time he just had like some mud trucks.
I try to hook up Predator. Predator's always looking for a W in that too.
Yeah, you know what? I voted for Predator when the Don wasn't part of the thing. I just think it's funny. Like I don't even think I saw the last gameplay because I was busy or something. But I was just like,
Right.
oh, I'm gonna vote for the Don.
Well, let's take another voicemail, J Dubs, unless you're on the phone.
No, I'm here.
Jay.
That never gets old either. That wasn't the Jay we were looking for. Jay.
I'm here.
So good. Let's play a
You guys
voicemail.
hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
We're waiting to hear your damn voicemail. Damn it.
Okay, well, I was waiting for you guys to respond that you guys could actually hear what I was saying. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, we can hear you.
Okay, so
Ben Law says a vote for Don is a vote for world peace. A vote for Mooch is a vote for Donnie D.
It's not true, but it's got a nice ring to it.
We've got our old friend Triple Cup Chuck.
And he's up.
He's up.
Oh man, is he ever up in this one?
What up with your crapping Mooch and J Dub? This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And man, what an E3 we had this year here. See, me, I'm not really concerned about exclusive games and what stage they were showing on. I'm more concerned about what games can I play and what games change my opinion, like Crackdown 3. Oh my God. See, at first I wasn't really concerned about this game. It was like, all right, I want it to be successful because of the power of the cloud. But when I seen it at E3 this year here with Terry Crews, man, that game looked amazing. Day one, I'm diving. Sea of Thieves, you know what I'm saying, with that ghost stuff there, walking the plane, pun intended. Day one, I'm diving. You know that PlayStation game, that Ghost of Tsushima? Yeah, man, y'all know what game I'm talking about. Day one, I'm diving. Last of Us 2, day one, I'm diving. Battlefield 5, day one, I'm diving. Jump Force, day one, I'm diving. Ori and the Blind Forest 2, day one, I'm diving. And my question is for you, Mooch and Crap, is what game that changed y'all opinion about? Like, you know what I'm saying, it could be a game that you was interested in but not interested in no more because of E3, a game that you wasn't interested in and now you're interested in. Well, say, Jay, I got one last thing to say. If I win, I want you to give it to Sir X-Men so Sir X-Men can give it to Luca. This your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm out. And can't nobody say I'm out the way I say I'm out. I'm out. I need to stamp that shit.
Yo, Triple Cup is the best. I love it when Triple Cup calls in. Yeah, no, I mean, so basically what he's saying is, what did you go into E3 going and leave being like, I'm all in?
You know what was weird was, I don't know. Like, I think that the stuff that I was already interested in, I'm still interested in, and there's not anything like wow new. In fact, a little bit the opposite. Like I said, Spider-Man was a little bit of a turnoff with how they showed that.
Yeah.
No, I actually thought that, you know what? I did like the campaign stuff that they showed for Crackdown 3. That looked much better.
It did.
A lot less generic.
I would
like
say
driving
Crackdown's the one that I would say probably when I'm in that Triple Cup state of mind right there, because that was a game that I was like, okay, I'm down with it, but I'm not excited. And I got a little more amped because it looks like they went back to the drawing board crap. It looks like they cleaned things up. It looks really good.
What are you guys thinking about those Tron cars and Tron tanks that they put in that? Those look
I love
amazing.
that. I like that. It turns into a tank, man, and you can throw it. So I thought
shit
that
is
was
amazing.
awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I like that because last year the footage that we saw looked generic, right? It looked really just bad, and I heard from people.
I hope there's more to it, crap. And you're a Crackdown fan. I played the first one when it got up-res to 4K.
It's fun.
It's fun, but I always feel like there's no purpose. Like you're just running around aimlessly shooting, and there's orbs around. I'm like, all right, I just hope that they go, listen, we're keeping the same thing. Like you say, Crackdown's Crackdown. Don't change it. But like after you get so many orbs, this part of the city unlocks, or this happens.
That is how Crackdown is.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I didn't play it long enough.
Okay, so if you play Crackdown 1,
I really didn't.
Each part of the city is controlled by a different crime boss, and then you've got to like mess up their stuff to get that crime boss to present himself for you to go take him out, and then you get control of that city. Like and you can do it co-op. It's it's a fun game. That's why people like that game.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what they need to do with this. And it looks like there's other like crime bosses. They're going back to that kind of setup. And I like that, and I just think that, and what Phil Spencer said about the multiplayer stuff, he is not talking about the power of the cloud anymore. Cause he's like, when I saw that interview with him with Giant Bomb, which was amazing. And he's like, yeah, you can hear me talk about the power of the cloud on some interview years ago. He's like, but we don't go around talking about that, but it's there. It works how it's supposed to. And I think that's the key thing people want to know. And they're going to show it to us again later this year.
Well, that's good.
I think that it's right that they re-showed us how much better the campaign looks, and then show us the multiplayer a little bit later, whatever, maybe they do a second show this year or whatever, and I think that people are going to kind of respond to that. So I'm excited to see what they do. And I like that series. I even like the second one.
You don't think there's too much chaos on the screen going for the first one? It's like everything's all over, like an enemy. The enemies look just like the civilians, and you're shooting civilians and the enemy. I don't know. It was a bit of a. I hope it's just a little cleaner when you're playing the first. I don't know about. I'm not commenting on the multiplayer. I'm only commenting on the single player, because I actually want to play the single player Crackdown.
Yeah.
But crap. Someone in the chat asked about the Halo game. He says, Mooch and Crap, he goes, this new open world, in quotes, Halo Infinite game going to be out. He says, but I think he meant out on Xbox One, but is it built for next gen? I don't think you're seeing Infinite until next generation.
Yeah, probably going to launch.
But you'll be able to play it on Xbox One.
Yeah, you'll be able to play it. You'll be able to play it, and it'll be 60 frames. I'm not sure what resolution it'll be. Right. I'll be playing it on the Scarlet at 4K 60, but
yes. Yeah, I recommend everybody. A lot of people.
I'm sure you'll probably, like other people in the X, will probably be able to play at 1080 60 or something.
I would think so. Crap.
Yeah, maybe even a little bit more than that. But the reason why they're redoing, if you just look at what that trailer showcased off, was they're gonna have and maybe animals and fauna and an open world. And I think that would work well with Halo, because Halo, the original one, was like this sandlot. A sandbox type game where you had to go back and forth, you know what I mean? And I think that works well for that franchise. They're kind of reimagine it, and I'm glad they're taking their time with it. It sucks that we got to wait, but get it right.
Yeah, let's take that call.
M&C Mornings, what's up?
Saturday Mooch, something crap. Welsh Gamer here. I'm late to the party. I've only just got home, only just turned on M&C Morning, so apologies if you've answered a question like this or similar to this. But I was anticipating Playground Games to announce Fable, or at least what they're working on, like an open world RPG or whatnot. But I'm 100 million% sure it's Fable. But because Phil Spencer dropped the teaser that they are working on something and they can't wait to show it at a later date. I'm just wondering if you guys think that whatever they're working on, hopefully fingers crossed is Fable, will they show it at Gamescom, or maybe or at some point this year, maybe drop a trailer on the Xbox YouTube or on Inside Xbox, I don't know. But when do you think we'll see it, if we do at all this year? Cheers guys, thank you.
Which Crap?
He's talking about Fable.
Oh, Fable, yes.
And I'm not sure that we're gonna get that this year. I'm not. Something just tells me that they were trying to get away with as little announcements as possible.
Yeah, game-wise, they don't. I think they want these guys to have something that looks really good, even if it's a CGI. They want something to be presented well.
I actually think that they want to see, and I say this and I get shit for it, but because they won E3, they had the best E3, 50 games, whatever. They showed some new exclusives. I thought Gears 5 looked great. The Halo stuff is promising.
Yes.
Forza looked great. Battletoads is coming back. It's hard to really hate because all those games are going to look and play best on the X. So with that being said, they set themselves up for next year to announce the next Xbox with a plethora of new games to show off, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's what they did. They really saved themselves. That doesn't mean that I don't think they'll show Fable at all, but I think that I'm not sure we're going to get that announcement this year.
No, this year I would say is out, but I would definitely bank on the fact that you're going to see Fable and a lot of those new acquisitions games next year, like Crap said, because they're going to. That's a heck of a performance. They're going to show you new hardware and then what you get to play on it. That's what you want as a consumer. That's the roadmap. Well, why would I buy this Scarlet? This is why. right? I mean, that's it. That's all you need to know. The games are going to play much better. And listen, I know. Look, we don't need to get into. Nobody needs to open up a technical detail map. But next gen, for me, most games, 90% of them, they all need to be 4K 60. And Crap said it. You'll be playing Halo Infinite in 4K 60. You know what I mean? On the Scarlet. And probably like Crap said 1080p or 1440p 60 on the X. And if you guys are still holding on to your S's or your day ones, people have been writing me all the time. Mooch, is this a good time for me to get an X? I say yes. Because what it does is it gives you complete and utter freedom to know or make a decision that's better for you when Scarlet comes out. So when Scarlet comes out, if you go, Mooch, I just bought an X when you told me to 2 years ago, I don't want to buy it. Don't. You're still going to be able to play these games pretty damn close to what Scarlet's going to do. But if you want that uncompromised 4K 60 on most games, I understand that when some of these developers push the envelope for the high, the crazy specs that PC can do, or if there's this AI intelligence that one game happens to outshine the others, yeah, you may not be. It may be 4K 30 on some of those games. But that's going to be rare. A lot of these games that come out, like Dying Light, I'll pick on Dying Light. Dying Light 2. If Scarlet was out, my opinion, if a game like Dying Light comes out and the Scarlet's available, that would be a 4K 60 game.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, or 14, even if it's an 1800p 60 frame game. I just think 60 frames will become the norm for most games. And that's why. So trade in your S now, get whatever you can for it, upgrade to the X. Crap, did the X take a price drop?
It did momentarily, $50.
Okay, well, I don't know if that's still out there, but take advantage of any deals you see on the X. Get your trade-in value or sell it privately on eBay or however you want to do your business. Get that X now. Enjoy the best technology for the next 2 years, and then you're either going to get the best trade-in value day one for the Scarlet with your X, or you go, nope, Scarlet's not for me. I'm keeping my X. And guess what? You're still right there. You're still at the cutting edge table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my recommendation, because a lot of people keep asking crap.
Yeah, I say get it. It's like, okay, do I get this new phone or do I wait for the next one? Well, I mean, there's always going to be a next one.
There's always a next one. Now, the phone reference only differential is that's yearly, and the console one looks like now with these midterms crap, looks like we're looking at 3 to 4 years, every 3 to 4 years.
So, I think that it's up to people to kind of make their own choice. But the thing is, if you have an X and you want a Scarlet, you're going to get probably a few hundred bucks for it trading in.
You're going to get two. If the Scarlet's, what do you think though, crap? You think the Scarlet will come out and be top dollar, or it'll be $400?
I think it'll be $499.
$499. Right. I agree with you, actually. So if it's $499 and you're going to get somewhere between $200 and $250 for your X at GameStop, it's $250 to go into another generation, folks. Yeah. That's cheap. If you don't make the initial investment, then you can't bitch at the final price. Like the first time you go out of pocket, it's costly. But now I have my Xbox One X. I'm getting the Scarlet day one. I'm trading in my X.
Well, I never get rid of anything. It's weird. And shout out to Noob Noogum. He just got rid of his Nintendo Switch. And I mean, that's cool. And I see a lot of people early in the generation got rid of their PS4s as well, and then they get new ones when God of War comes out. And I'm just like, why didn't you just keep your PS4?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, shout out, Noof is a very, very close friend of the show. We know Noof. I would not recommend, if Noof said to me, Mooch, I'm heading to the store right now to trade in my Switch, I would have been like, turn around, go home. Don't do that. Like, whenever you take these devices and you trade them in, you're taking an ultimate loss on the device. And if you plan to buy it again, it's just not good. Not good for the wallet. So
I don't trade in anything, man. If anyone came to my house, they'd think I had a video game museum here.
Well, here's the thing. I have to now let me question the other side of the coin. Crap saying I'm gonna go get the Scarlet and not trade in my X. Well, yeah, unless Jay's right, unless Crap's gonna like open up his house for a museum of video games, why would you keep the X? It's a dinosaur to you. Oh yeah, let me pay the bills real quick. Failed Pyromancer. He says, I think you should get the S and wait it out until Scarlet comes out. That $500 is a good amount to save that will go in the Scarlet. Too many. Well, you know what it is? Failed Pyromancer. And let me finish what he said. Too many mid-gen refreshes killing our pockets. Yeah, but Failed Pyromancer, you got to understand something. If you're going to buy Scarlet, that S, if you hold on to that, you know what that S is going to get you? A bag of Funyuns. You know what I mean? You're going to get a GameStop scratch and sniff sticker.
Because I still have an S. It's a fun little console if you don't really care about.
It's a fun little. You talked about it like it was a toaster. Go ahead.
It's a fun little console if you don't care about like super sharp graphics. And I'm just telling you, playing this stuff on 4K TV, makes it look bad, like some of the games, you know. So the X is the way to go. It's $500 over 2 years. I don't know what that breaks down to, but it's well worth it. The amount of time you're going to put into it. You want the absolute best that you can get for a console, and that's it.
Right.
You know, you can get them on sale. It's like, and then just have your externals. You know what I did with my S? I just have I never put anything on the internal hard drive, externals. I just popped it out, plugged in the X, plugged in the externals, and I was ready to go.
Yeah,
right?
it literally was minutes.
Yes, it was like, and I was ready to game, and that's what I'm going to do with the next one. They're going to make them super easy. You're going to be able to use your same controllers or use the new one.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout out to Goodang775, by the way. Awesome.
Who is also a new support or
the new
Patreon supporter, and so is Lethal Papa and Joshua Z and Jack Jackal and Justin B and Anthony M and John S and Mark D and G-Man 209 and Mel S Chief, Vertigo Tempest, John Y, Alan Savage, Plague I, Drunken Chewy, Jazzy Noob Xbox, Suicide King, G-Man 1172, Dirk Griggity.
Diggity.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people supporting us on Patreon right now. We've had a few pick up. So if you guys want to get in on that Patreon goodness, which we should probably do a Patreon podcast this week.
We should do let's do that. Let's make that happen. I'm not on the road, so that'll be perfect. Crap, we'll make that happen for all you guys. But you know, Goodang, he made a point. He goes, "I don't trade, I sell, I get more money." Goodang, you're right. And actually, years ago, I used to do that. I used to sell it because you do make a lot more money selling it personally. Here's the thing. It's just like trading your car in. You can make more money if you put the for sale sign on the window and sell it in your front lawn.
You can get a guarantee. I can take a dump in a box and you put a guarantee on it.
Hey, but you know what's nice is you probably make anywhere from 50 to 75 less by trading it in. But here's what I do: I walk into GameStop, I literally hand it to them. We've got such a great relationship that they're like, "Dude, don't worry about it. We know you take care of I take care of everything. I have the box. I put it back in the box the same way it came out of the box. I take care of everything. So I bring it over there. Boom! I get my trade in. You know, if you're an Ultra or an Elite customer over there, you get a 10% bump up. And you take that, you take the new console, you go home. It's no questions. You know what I mean? It's not a problem. Whereas if you sell it independently, numbers or emails exchange, let's say they get home, who knows? Freak things can happen, right? All of a sudden the disk drive doesn't work a week later. And then this person's writing you, they're like, what the heck's going on with this disk drive? You know what I mean? It's like, you don't need the nonsense, but GameStop's not going to call you. So anyways, that's why I think sometimes it's better to trade it in because of the no nonsense. But Goodang is right. If you have the patience and the time, selling it independently, you'll get more money. But getting back to, there's a lot of people in the audience here saying, no, just hold on to your S. I can't. I could never recommend that to anybody. If you're asking me if you should, I say you should. Why would I tell somebody no? For the next 2.5 years, you should play the game with a crud covered screen in front of you. I don't. It looks so much better, plays so much better on the X. I couldn't fathom telling a gamer to wait another 2.5 years. It's mind boggling. But don't get me wrong. These are if all your finances are in the right place. I'm not telling you to go spend money you don't have. If you are in that market, I say do it. If you're not,
hey, if you're Tim Dog, you pick up a third or fifth one.
Yeah, that is. Tim Dog's like on the way home. He's just like he should have recorded it on Periscope.
Yeah, he did Downer. He recorded Downer.
He did Downer like sticking it in the back seat like real quick, like he wanted to get off the film.
Yeah, and he's like, it's for my kids.
It's for the kids.
But South, he's like, no, that wasn't for his kids.
South goes, no. So that was really, really funny. Let's take another voice. Another voice.
We got J Dubs. Let's do it.
Okay. We're gonna play another old one. We've got Mass Murder on deck.
All right.
Hey Mooch, hey Crap, hey J Dub, it's Mass Murder. Question for you. How come people ain't calling out Sony? Their CEO or whatever came out and said they're coming to an end of an era and that the PlayStation 5 ain't coming out till 2020, 2021. We know that Sony has no games. They're showing the same 4 games as last year, and they'll probably replay that for next year and the year after until they're able to produce new hardware. So, I mean, this is the same move that Sony did at the beginning of the year in 2013. Why ain't people calling them out? All right, I'll hear the voicemail offline. Till next time, smash, bash, and crash through that gamer score. Ticka, 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 boom.
I can't get enough of that. I'll answer the question, and it's something that me and Crap were kind of talking about a week ago. The reason they're not getting shit for it is because, frankly, they've had bangers coming out for the past, 12 to 18 months, and they've and with these 4 games now, how they depend to launch them. Crap makes a good point that I think a few of those games we saw are going to be pushed to PS5, so they have something to compete with Microsoft.
Yeah,
but they don't need that hassle. They've got that lock with a lot of the Japanese developers that Phil's trying to do, and you can see he's doing it with Nier and a couple other companies that are bringing games over. But realistically, Sony they're not going to get slack yet. Mass Murder, and not getting that slack yet, but it could come down the pipe if we start seeing another E3 or 2 where they're not showing anything new. But I think, Crap, didn't you say that they have another developer making Uncharted now?
Yeah, Sony opened a studio, and that's
Right.
the big scuttlebutt is that it's being run by a guy who used to work for Naughty Dog.
Yes.
And that's going to be the Uncharted studio. Because when you have that franchise, as much as people want to make out like, no, that's done, they're not going to make any more, they're definitely going to make more.
Yeah, no, I
like,
totally agree with you there, Crap.
Will they be as quality? Probably not.
Probably not, but guess what? In the next
More
few
Uncharted
E3s,
is still fun, man.
Exactly. You're going to see Uncharted, I think, at an E3 coming up soon, Crap. Don't you?
I thought that, the Uncharted's got, like, 2 was the pinnacle, and then they started getting worse. And that's fine. It's like people always want to go, oh, well, I like that stuff. You know what I mean? It's like the only thing that I have with more is being less is the Star Wars, which is a weird instance because they messed that up with the newest one, right? And so they're paying the price with that Solo movie where nobody's going to see that shit, right?
Well, I mean, everyone's getting Star Wars out.
I don't think it's Star Wars out. It's people marveled out. I mean, honestly, Black Panther
that could happen.
Well, maybe, but they're doing 3 to 4 Marvel movies a year, and each one of them are like boom, hit after hit. Where Star Wars, if you ask people what really happened, why didn't, like, if you ask me, like, hey, Crap, why didn't you go see Solo? Not that I wasn't like interested. It's just that after I paid money to go see The Last Jedi, I didn't want to go back.
Right.
Like that movie just kind of like, how you like sometimes you eat something and it's one time it's bad and you don't eat that for a while. You don't go back to that. So, hey, what's up, Mel? Nice to see you. Thanks for
Mel
stopping by.
Appreciate that. Everybody in the chat. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Who's coming in a little late.
You hit that like button,
please,
and share it and all that kind of good stuff. Because like YouTube,
subscribe to the Mooch. Listen, Crap's really been getting on my case about not doing more material on the channel. So I think I'm going to start doing more. I told him, everyone always says this, but I actually have legitimate issue. I'm trying to get I'm going to be building something very similar to like with Crap and like Rand, building a PC over the next few months. So it'll probably be the latter part of summer, but I will have more content on the channel, doing a little bit more of the news, a little bit more Mooch's take on some stuff. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, folks. Would like to, it's funny, Crap. I see, and I know you don't talk about it much, but we are getting very close. I say we, it's you, getting very close to 50K. And that is awesome. That is absolutely stupendous, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty interesting to me. You know what I mean?
Great.
It is. It's it's fun. I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. It's like it's been a wild ride.
I'd be happy with 10,000 subs. 50 is just mind-boggling.
Well,
that's awesome.
Yeah, well, it's like you got the podcast down. If you were doing like just like
news
kind of
shows, things like just updates and things like that. I mean, I do think that, and I think I hear that from a lot of the folks. They like to see me do a little bit more of this and that. Actually, I wouldn't mind doing a couple of collaborations again with Jay. Getting a couple of the Mooch minutes out there, etc. Those are fun things for me and Jay to kind of do. But yeah, no, I think that's all coming. But I'm keeping a steady eye on Crap's subtotal because he's got to get a big. He's got to get a big thing for that, man. That's a big deal. I think that's awesome. So, I'm just proud of you, Crap. You're doing well.
I appreciate that. Corey Hale says next gen with the horsepower the consoles will have, any issues, brokenness with any game from that point can only be blamed on lazy, inexperienced developers. Well, I mean, games have bugs sometimes. It's hard to really test all the time.
Right.
So sometimes
I wouldn't say bugs. I think, let me elaborate for him, Crap. I think I know where he's coming from. I think the way it's worded, you're right. But what Corey may be trying to say is if next generation consoles, right, Crap, are that much more powerful than the X already, I mean, that's some serious power in the box for a console. And we not getting 4K 60 on a game that we all know should, or if a game just comes out and it kind of, like he's saying, maybe it's buggy. Like buggy doesn't really constitute the power of the hardware. That's just lacking quality development. But yeah, I would say, what happens, crap? Like, let me pose the question to you differently. So next generation comes out, a game comes out like Ghost Recon 2 or whatever it is there, Wildlands 2, and it's 4K 30 on the Scarlet. Wouldn't you shake your head a little bit and be like, you couldn't have, I mean, what are we supposed to do? Wait am I supposed to keep buying these iterations and keep getting the same thing? Like, it's the next thing in the gradual progression, right?
I think what we'll see is, in that case, we'll see an instance of, we'll see more options for frame rate. You see Phil Spencer, he said what he expects from the next generation, which is a more frame rate and just a better unity between the GPU and CPU, whereas now we've got a beast GPU, but the CPU is still lacking. So
right.
Hopefully the Ryzen stuff that we've been hearing about, it really is the truth, and we get that, and that should solve a lot of that bottleneck that we get with the frame rate. So hopefully we get more of that in the future. But I'm just saying, I do believe that Don, when he says that there's going to be some games that are 30, I agree. I wouldn't doubt that.
I don't doubt that either.
And I think one of the main reasons for that is some of these developers will have to build new engines to get their games up to 60, I believe. Like some of these games, like what's his name, Craig Duncan on the show said it. He's like, yeah, well, like Sea of Thieves is built for 30, and the only reason why PC can do it is because people if they have a strong enough rig, they can do it. But you don't have to run it at 60 on a PC.
No, but
I mean, if you're running it on a potato, like you're going to be playing, probably, they said they don't care if people play it at 15 frames.
But here's my thing, crap. You said it yourself. If those developing companies have to rework their engine, that's a them problem.
Jesus.
And
Larry Herb posted a picture of him and his dad, and he was wearing a suit.
Oh boy! Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, do you see it?
Yeah.
He still looks like he's about 50 right there.
Yeah, he still looks like he's like 57 years old there. He looks like a frightened Eli Manning. Thank you. I do what I can.
Oh man, that's funny.
Good. No, hey. Boom. Hey now. Yeah, but I mean, that's a them problem. Crap, because here I am, I'm the consumer. If I'm going to sit here and do the defense that I just gave a little while ago about upgrading when I feel it's time to upgrade, I'm not going to sit here and deal with some developing company that's like, well, we didn't change our engine and it's the best we could do, 4K 30. Get out of here. Get out. You're done. So it is what it is, but I think that's on all these guys. They have to get their asses in gear. And if that is the case, crap, where you have to up your engine, look, Halo's doing it. Other people are doing it. I think Fallout, after Fallout 76, I think you're going to see Fallout using a new engine. So Fallout, like Fallout 5.
Their stuff, yeah.
Well, it's the rumor. And I think that they know that they have to put that investment in the next generation. So they start now.
They've already announced their 2 next-gen games already. What the hell is that damn Springfield or Starfield and the other game, Elder Scrolls 6 or whatever that is. Those are next gen titles,
right?
Like that. You're talking. They even said that there's probably 3, 4, 5 years out. So
I agree.
Yeah, like wow, that's man. I'm gonna be in my 40s by the time that shit comes out, man. I'm not looking forward to that.
Well, Matty Beast brings up an old moochism that I used to say, skip a couple nights out in the town, there's your ex.
That's
people
true.
Always, really, I mean, guys, you have to stop and think about this. Nothing's cheap anymore. The numbers are escalating. So stop and think about it. A night, I use these generic places because everybody knows. But shut up.
Nobody else can hear it, I think.
But us. But like you go out to Cheesecake Factory with your better half or even your family, you're over $100, and it's been what? It was an hour and 15 minutes and a mediocre meal.
Yeah, or adopt the crap gamer social life experience where you have no social life, so you don't have to go anywhere. So you save a ton of money. I don't drink.
You should write a pamphlet.
So
yeah, you don't drink, you don't smoke.
I don't. So
he barely grins, folks.
I know. So it's me. That's me.
Remember that old joke? I don't drink. I don't smoke. And I don't curse. Ah, fuck, I left my cigarettes at the bar.
No, I've never heard that. That must be a Canadian thing.
That is a Canadian, but don't bump.
Yeah.
Jay, let's do another voicemail.
I know we got a bunch. There's no way we're getting to all of them.
No, I feel so bad because we didn't get through all of them last week either. So I'm trying to get through.
If we have any,
the
we
other
can
ones.
save them for the Patreon show this week. So
That's true. We'll catch up. Yeah, you will be heard, folks.
Yeah, so let's do Diggity.
All right.
Diggity, diggity.
Diggity.
What is up, Moose Crap and Jay? This is Dirk Rickety here. Man, I am still enjoying this E3 week. It's been a great week. I felt Microsoft had a damn good conference, but it's a couple things I want to talk about right quick. First off, I know Microsoft showed a lot of multiplats, but am I the only person that's excited for multiplats also? Especially when they're world premieres. We all play multiplats. So of course, I understand the Sony guys are going to say, they only show multiplats. Yeah, true. But if you're not excited for multiplats, why the hell are you watching Bethesda show, EA show, Ubisoft show? Yeah. You know why you watched it? Because you like multiplats also. So you Sony guys, please shut up with all that BS. And one more quick thing before I leave. Of course, you guys know about the whole next Xbox coming in 2020 rumor. Hey, that's cool with me. But people are saying, oh man, I just bought my Xbox One X. How dare you, Microsoft? We all bought an Xbox One X and a PS4 Pro because it was better than the original systems. No other reason. My Xbox One X is way better than my original Xbox One. My PS4 Pro is better than my original PlayStation 4. That's the reason you guys got it. You knew it wasn't a new generation. So shut up crying and live your life. Thank you, fellas. Peace and love.
Yo, Diggities, this man should write a book. I'll be honest with you.
I'd read it.
Truth. I'd read it.
Or at least have somebody summarize it for me.
Yeah, well, both count. Both count. But nonetheless, Diggity's right. I mean, you're getting a better product, and better is better. And that's just the way it is. I personally notice it, and I mean, the people are like, well, I don't have a 4K TV yet. That's a you problem. Because I'm getting ridiculous emails from Best Buy. Literally, got one yesterday.
That, my friend, is a you problem.
It is, Mooch. I literally have an email from Best Buy yesterday. It said, do you not have a 4K TV? We have 4K TV starting at $279 and up.
Yeah.
Granted,
I follow Fat Kid deals, and they're doing they all the time have deals on 4K TVs. Like the TCL is a good brand right now with HDR, good refresh rate, and everything. Good screen, comparable to the Samsung KS8000. Those things are going for like between $400 and $500. It's not too bad. It's those are pretty good. It's funny, Mooch? I just came across this article called Spider-Man on PS4 is like every other superhero game before it. And I was like, man, what did Mooch write this shit? And here's a line that I really liked. In the face of what feels like mandatory excitement for the game, I can't quite grasp what people are so excited over.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, did you write this, Mooch?
I didn't write it, but I'd like to write that author. Wait, what was the title again? Because I was tweeting out the link.
It's called Spider-Man on PS4 is like every other superhero game before it.
Yeah.
Spider-Man does what every other game can.
Send me that link.
I know, right? It's it's funny?
Listen, it's a good game. It's just Spider-Man.
Yeah, the comments that this guy gets are insane.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like, you can't be think that way and be in the media, I guess. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, for me, while I am excited for the game, a little bit of that shine is off just because it looks a little bit repetitive or whatever. So
yeah, and I mean, again, I know that these are hard comments to handle because the rebuttal is always like, well, every game's repetitive, Mooch. No, every game. So I get it, but at the same time, like the thing I'm questioning isn't the fun you're going to have with Spider-Man. I'm questioning the ridiculous, insane amount of hype, and I think it's because you guys are all Spider-Man comic fans. And you know what? That's awesome. I'm not taking anything away from all those Spidey fans. No way. I'm not taking any of that away. But the game itself doesn't look like crazy. Like, wow. Like, it's like, okay, the swinging thing's going to be pretty cool. They detailed the crap out of the city, but the fighting of the NPCs and the boss fights are going to be pretty what you've played in Spider-Man a million times over. And I mean, it is what it is. That's great crap, but I'm not coming around.
Hey, I'm not coming around either. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not coming around either.
Let's play another voicemail, J-Dubs.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to another one. Maybe taking a call though.
Yeah, he might be. I don't know.
No,
Well, I did
okay, I'm good. We've got Matty Beast.
Oh, the Beast.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Don't go chasing waterfalls, Maddie.
No, don't.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, J-Dubs, it's Matty. I'm calling in. We're 2 weeks out from E3. It's exciting times. Looking forward to all the things that are coming up. It's always an exciting time of year for all of us gamers. Just to see what's going on in the gaming industry, see what new games are on the way and so forth. But I know most people here are most excited about what Xbox is gonna bring to the table, and a lot of people say it's do or die. I don't necessarily feel that way, but regardless, it's going to be interesting to see what their approach is this year. And so, what my question is, if each of you could pick like one thing that would be like a showstopper, something that you just really would get you excited, what would it be? What's the one thing you're hoping for? And I'm not talking about general things like, well, a bunch of exclusives. I'm talking about that one game or one feature or exclusive or something that really would get you excited. I'll hang up and listen. Take care. Bye.
Well, Jay, Matty Beast is in the chat. He says that was his from last week. He said he has a new one. So while we kind of answer that real quick, do you want to queue up Matty's new one? We can play Matty's back to back.
I don't. Oh, yes. You know what? I apologize. I do have him in here twice. Yeah, I'm going to play him again. Sorry about that, Matty.
Well, you know what? To answer his question, because you know what, Matty, even though it's an old call, now we know E3 came and went. But I thought the biggest thing I said last week, and I think Crap will agree with me, was I was just so happy. The drop the mic moment for me on Microsoft stage was two things. Seeing Halo, that they have the confidence in it and they let off with it. And number two was really the fact that the new engine going into it. We didn't see the game, but the new engine, that means money, time, resources, and people are going into Halo Infinite. And I, for one, thought that was the true sign of Xbox's return to try and take some dominance in the next generation.
I wanted some kind of announcement to show that they were going to stay around in the console business for a while and cared about the exclusives. So even though we didn't get the bunch of new IP announced, Phil Spencer very clearly stated that they're going to be in the hardware business for a long time to come and always be on the forefront of powerful hardware.
Yes.
Which is what I was looking for, and the 5 new studios, and looking for even more studios. So yeah, like they really satisfied what I was looking for. I knew that they weren't going to go, we've got this new IP and this. I knew that wasn't going to happen. The only disappointing part that for me personally was the fact that I didn't get to see Fable. That was it.
Yeah, I know you were you really put a lot into that Crap. You were looking forward to it. Myself personally, I don't hold that as a negative because I didn't think it was going to happen, but I could see that being the only blemish, is not even showing it or not even acknowledging it.
Yeah, especially since they acknowledged Battletoads with a little thing and no gameplay, but they didn't acknowledge, Fable or
well,
whatever.
Joe, let me answer Joe Freeman real quick before we take Matty's second one. He goes, Mooch, you gave Halo a hard time in the podcast after. Let me tell you something. So, Joe, where you may have missed the disconnect was I actually said this to Crap, and then I actually said it on the air, that I went back and watched Microsoft's E3 conference. Watching it live is fun to do with the BGST crew that we do, but I miss a lot of stuff. I missed and plus I was watching it on a 720p monitor that I had on the side of my office.
720p?
Yeah, it was
what, did we lose a war, Mooch?
I know. Well, it's an old monitor that I had hooked up, and I was like, well, I'll just stream it to there, because in my office where I podcast, I can't actually get to my 4K TVs. So I'm like, okay, I'll watch it here. When I went back and watched that conference alone, just kind of checked it out and took everything in, that's when I said, wait a minute, all these points are starting to come together and adding up to something. So I hope that answers the question, Joe. When I was right after the conference, we did a review show fairly after. It was the next day I ended up watching it again, and I wrote Crap right away. I'm like, I watched that, and wow, a couple things I thought were wrong. I think Microsoft's doing a couple things perfectly, and Halo Infinite has me psyched. I don't want to wait forever for it, but I'm definitely willing to wait till the first or second year of the next generation and see what this bad boy's all about.
Yep. Let's play Matty Beast's other voicemail there,
Yes.
JW.
Sure. Before I do that, I actually want to throw my 2 cents into that question that Matty put in there.
Sure thing.
I was kind of surprised and a little bit sad that they didn't actually show any. And I know a lot of people would argue with me and say, you know, we just want to see games. But I was kind of looking to see even a new feature. And if they had brought back Snap, I would have fell out of my chair. Because I love Snap. I love having Snap.
You and 3 other people love that.
No, seriously, man. Like I was able to like watch a show and watch.
Well, I'd rather
YouTube at
picture
the
in
same
picture,
time.
Jay. Right?
Yeah,
Pete?
well, picture in picture is basically what I'm saying. Like if they brought that back and made it better, where you could make the window as big as you wanted to.
Mikey Barr said it just took up too many resources.
But I mean, the X is the beast now. The X should be able to handle that no problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
How can you give the X that and not the other Xbox people, right?
Right, it's a family of devices.
I know. Yeah, but I was a little upset. I mean, I'm not saying I wanted.
No,
I'm glad they didn't spend all that extra time on avatars and stuff because I know we're going to get
Isn't it so funny though that people actually were like, "Hey, where are the avatars? Or are they going to fix, the game sharing and Upload Studio and give us something new there?" You know?
Yeah. The game. That's the one thing they're really that studio that they have to fix that. That Upload Studio is a mess.
Terrible.
It's awful.
Yeah.
It's awful. And it really doesn't need a lot of work. It just needs a nice little update, some new backgrounds, clean things up, make the tools easier, more accessible, faster to reach from your gaming experience. That's all you really have to do. And they've done so much of that in other categories already. It's not, I don't know why they're not even, like, give us a to be continued. You know what I mean? Tell us it's on the way. To me, it's dead. But yeah, if you have Maddie's, whenever you're ready, Jay,
yeah, okay, let's do it.
We'll hit the beast.
Hey, Mooch and Crap. It's Maddie. Today's E3. It's a big day. I think my big thing with everything that's leading up to this is I don't know how in the world Microsoft's going to fill up 2 hours. 2 hours? I mean, this is going to be right in line with those goofy Inside Xbox things. I don't see any way they could fill up 2 hours with meaningful content. So bring your pillows, folks. It's going to be a snooze fest. What do you guys think?
Was this his real depressing one?
I don't even have a ray of hope at this point.
Yeah,
I hope I'm wrong,
this is old,
but I don't
Jay.
think I am.
Matt, he
Take
goes,
care.
this is an old one. He goes, ignore this call. It sucks.
Well, he never sent it. That's the only 2 that I have from him.
Oh, Maddie, we're not.
Okay.
Jay's
Maybe
not-
the second one was the one he played first, and
I don't know.
Yeah, because that was
I
the
don't
one
know.
that was really depressing that we listened to last week, I think. And it was like, I don't know, get your pillows ready. It's like, oh well, they did show 50 games, so and it was actually pretty good one. So.
Yeah, well, you know what's funny? A lot of E3 has come down to like showing the multi-plats on stage, and I thought Microsoft did a really good job this year. But you know, what do you think, Crap? Do you think like Microsoft and Sony should show multi-plats on their stage?
They should.
Why?
Because that's where gamers, you know what I mean? Like it's not.
Well, we're seeing a lot of these games at their own conferences now. Okay, so let me re-ask the question. If they do it on Microsoft and Sony stage, why do we have to watch it again at the Bethesda, the Ubisoft?
You don't have
conference?
to. I mean, I hardly.
We don't
watched
have to do
the Bethesda
anything.
One that one was terrible.
Bethesda was great. Well, the end was good. Maybe the end is what I should be.
Yeah,
when,
like
when Todd Howard
not
came out.
everybody watches all of them. Like for me, I watched the. I didn't watch the Square Enix one. I watched a little bit of the Ubisoft one, but it's like I tuned that shit
No.
up. I mostly just want to see.
I just watched EA, Bethesda, and Microsoft and
Microsoft
Sony.
and Sony's. Yeah, and I watched Nintendo's, but it was like that was terrible too. So
Yeah.
you got to show the
A
multi-platform.
lot of Nintendo fans were pissed.
Yeah.
Direct.
Well, because Nintendo threw a swerve at people. Like they showed Metroid Prime 4 being in development, and then they didn't show anything this year. And
Right.
people were like, "Where the hell's the game?" And they're like, "Well, last year was the first year for the Switch, so we might have announced some things a little bit too early, and we'll show them to you when they're ready now."
Right.
So.
Oh, guys, I think I did find Maddie's more current one. I apologize. It got lost in the shuffle, and I don't
That's
know
all right.
how you guys. I don't know how you guys feel about playing 3 in a row of Maddie.
Yeah, go
but-
ahead. Well, we went to Total Recall for that second one.
Yeah, you might as well go ahead and play it.
Might as well
Yeah,
play
okay.
it now.
So this one's unedited. So let's just play some raw footage for people.
The Beast. Take 3.
Hey, Mooch, Crap, and J-Dubs, it's Maddie. That was one heck of a show. by Microsoft.
It's
and
like the
Xbox
evolution of
team
Matty Beast.
This
That's
year at
great.
E3. It may be the best show I've seen ever. It was fantastic. Perfect pacing, not a lot of talking and
I think Matty's coming
silly
around. Crap.
skits and music and banjo players, just sticking right to it. It was fantastic, and I was excited, and I can't believe that they nailed 100 minutes like that, and it was just jam-packed wall to wall. But it really kind of brings me to question, if that was done so well and was just perfect right on spot, why is Inside Xbox so bad? Why does that thing seem like it drags on forever? I think they need to shorten that up,
Yes.
tighten it up, and really just stick with what works, because they clearly have the ability to do it and to just nail it. I'd rather see Inside Xbox maybe shortened up, maybe 30 minutes to 60 minutes tops, and really just get laser sharp focused and knock it out of the park. Anyway, I'm curious to see what you guys think. What an exciting week. Just an amazing show by Microsoft. Take care. Bye.
Yeah, no, Matty did a full turnaround there, and he's right. They did a good job. I do think he's also correct in the Inside Xbox still has to be tweaked. We can say whatever we want. It was great, this, that, blah, blah. But in all honesty, crap, Inside Xbox is an hour probably an hour and a half too long right now. I mean, you've got Graham out there. He's walking around, and he's just showing, like, Xbox onesies. It's I don't know. Myself personally, Inside Xbox needs a complete and utter redo.
Somebody made a funny comment in the chat saying that Xbox cures depression.
Yes, they did. Give me your jacket. It's great. But I mean, to be honest with you, crap. I mean, don't you agree? I mean, and the other thing is too is like, there's very few people that do Inside Xbox that I think should be. They're not entertaining enough to hold up 2 hours. Like that Jeff Rubenstein, oh my god, he's one of the worst people to stand in front of the camera. Like, you got to get somebody up there that's exciting. Get that Benny guy, or get the girl that does that show with him. Or there's a few people that do the Outside Xbox show, that English show. I don't know if you know the two. There's the two guys and the girl on the couch, and they review games.
That sounds like a TV sitcom, right?
It does sound like a sitcom, but I mean, let me tell you something. Make it a sitcom and make it Inside Xbox. That would be entertaining. Those three are very funny. It's almost like what is it? Sunny in Philadelphia, or whatever that is.
Yeah.
Every Day Sunny in Philly. Like, that's what that show's like. It's the two of them making fun of one, and one's always the oddball out, and it's funny. Like, having Larry and Jeff and Graham, I mean, just saying those three, or like I'm falling asleep right now. Fredo, I'm smart. I can talk more than onesies. Yeah, we know, Graham, we know. All right, we'll have you talk about like different colored controllers next week. I'm smart. I get it. All right,
We think so too.
We do.
Oh, we got a call late.
A late call.
M&C Mornings.
Let's
What's
do it.
up?
Let's do it.
You're on with M&C. Booch and Crab.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Bootstrap Jenkins, first time caller, long time watcher.
I like that name.
That's cool.
Just wanted to know what was you guys' highlights from E3. That's it. Have a great show, guys.
Well,
all right, Bootstrap Jenkins, man.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that nickname.
What do you think, Crap? Highlight. Give one big highlight we haven't said already. Maybe took you by surprise. Doesn't have to be Xbox necessarily. I'd say E3.
Me by surprise. How lackluster Sony's E3 was.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. Matty Beast goes, laugh my ass off. He goes, Mooch impersonating the people on Inside Xbox is better than the real show. That's so good. It's so true. Yeah, I love doing a Graham impression here and there. Yeah, I don't know. I think, this is not really to answer the caller's question. I've never played any of the Fallouts. I kind of want to play Fallout 4. I think now the buggy issues that Gadang was talking about, but I don't have that game. And my biggest beef with like Fallout, and even with The Last of Us Remastered, it took them forever to come down from full price. I think Fallout now is $30.
What did you say you didn't have? You don't have Fallout 4?
No.
Game Pass. Game Pass.
Well, I did know. Crap got a chuckle out of this, but you guys saw that deal that was on. I did buy. They had half price Game Pass. So I picked up a Game Pass for a year for $60, but I don't want to activate it yet, because why would I activate it now? I want it for the Xbox exclusives. You know what I mean? So I can always go to it then and there, but maybe I should just throw it in there. I bet you, Crap, would you be willing to bet? You know how they do the Xbox Live Gold sales every so often and regularly through the year? They do it like every 3 or 4 months. They'll do a big sale for them. Do you think maybe they'll do Game Pass every E3? You know, because like that's the big thing, right? Think about it.
I told you to pick that game up for $10 when it was on sale digitally.
What game?
Fallout 4.
That wasn't $10.
Yeah, it was. You were like, hey, Predator alerted me to this deal where they're giving out free.
It was
and
free.
I said, dude, I think that's just a mistake.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, and you're not going to end up keeping it. But right now, it's $10 digitally on Amazon. So
is it now?
No, it was when
Damn
I
it.
said that. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Well, listen, I thought I had it for nothing. Nothing beats 10. But 10 beats 30.
But I told you.
It is.
They were going to correct that mistake.
Yeah, no, you're right. Well, hey, listen, that was a them problem. And they turned it into a me problem.
Exactly.
Right?
So just play it on.
How is that? You know, they were like, it's free. So I hit free. It downloaded it. And then it wasn't free. It went from a them problem to a me problem. Yeah. Like a second.
That, my friend, is a you problem.
It was, Mooch. Now it's mine. It's my problem. I'm dealing with it. Someone else, Snagger says he paid $15 for Fallout 4. I'm not paying $30 for Fallout 4. It's crazy. Is that lunacy?
I'm giving away 6 months of Game Pass on Twitter.
Great.
Yeah, I got people.
I'll make an alias and enter.
Yeah, start doing those fake accounts, and then
I've got a year of Game Pass I just bought. Do you think I do? Crap. There. Let me ask you and Jay. Should I just activate it now and kind of think that maybe every E3 Microsoft will do a half price sale for Game Pass? Like that's their one time.
Like I'm honestly using Game Pass games daily. Really
but don't forget, you're also doing Rush Hour Renegades coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, Jay, did you like that Sega Genesis collection?
I love it. I love it. I'm playing it, and I'm playing that daily.
Is that in Game Pass?
No, you sound like Grave.
I did sound Grave. Well, he just said I should get it for these great games he's playing. He's like, yeah, I'm playing this game. It's great. Is it in there? No.
No, he bought that just like I did, man.
Oh,
Come on, you can't
well, so Jay, what are you playing in Game Pass right now that you're using it daily?
Oh, the things he's playing.
Oh, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear this.
So I'm playing Fallout. I'm playing Sonic. I'm playing Sonic CD.
Okay.
Because I never played it. I never didn't have a Sega CD.
All right.
I'm playing. Jesus Christ, you got me on the spot now. I'd have to go back and look at the list. But mainly, if it wasn't on the Sega Genesis disc that I've got now, I was playing all those collections that were there.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, there's so many games I'm playing. I actually had just downloaded. This wasn't on Game Pass, but I downloaded that Bloodstained game that's like an 8-bit Castlevania game. That's amazing. Because those are the types
is that the game that Boom was tweeting out?
Yeah, Boom recommended it to me, and I started playing it. Wow, what a great game! I mean,
Crap, are you utilizing your Game Pass? I mean, Jay's killing it right now.
No.
Shocker.
To be honest, I own the stuff that I play, and
right.
I was gifted a year of Game Pass, and once that's up, I won't be going back.
Like I'm kicking myself daily when I go through Game Pass and see the games that are in there that I've already purchased.
Yeah,
it's
Fallout is in there. I almost want to activate it for Fallout.
Yeah, I started playing Fallout for the first time a couple days ago, and I must have played it for 2 hours straight. That's
Somebody wants to know.
Good day.
Mooch has played Vampire.
I have not played Vampire.
He did get a free copy of Onrush, though.
I did get Onrush from Goodang. Yes, that was very cool of him. Goodang says he's stacked on Game Pass till mid 2020. I mean, I got to be honest with you, that you could stack those. I bought 2. I did a year because I want to see what's going on. That's why I thought I would wait to activate it until I was probably going to wait until Crackdown comes out. Goodang,
that's like Danny Boy.
Expire?
Mooch and Crap have basically supported Danny's Xbox Live and his Game Pass for the next 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
Wait, what did he do? What did Danny Boy do?
From all the times that he's won, he's got Xbox Live for the next 2 to 3 years. Yeah. And he's got Game Pass. He gets everything from us.
Yeah,
Well, that's great.
He's won a couple of giveaways from us. Oh,
yeah. Well, crazy Greek dude says wait till November. Jay, let's play another voicemail. We have a lot of them. I might as well get another one in there before we go.
we might as well.
Definitely.
Might as well.
Let's do a more recent one. This is Xbox Trigger.
Oh,
All right. Ticka ticka boom. Oh no, that's a different guy.
Right.
Hey, Mooch, hey, Crappy Jay. It's Xbox Trigger from Twitter. And, man, the E3 was a blast, man. I think they knocked it out of the park. With everything Microsoft could have done, they did everything they could have done. And they said they had more stuff, but the third party is one that showed their games with Xbox did so much that they had to hold stuff back, which is impressive. But, since E3 happened, that whole Xbox no games narrative is finally going. The only people are saying that is really PlayStation fanboys, and that's really it. I'm surprised that, especially with Sony's blunder with FortNite, the tide to change it. So what do you guys think about this? I think next gen, which is in 2 years from now, it's not even that long. Microsoft is going to be back on top. What do you guys think? That's it. Bye.
I think that was just that was like a Microsoft pep rally crap.
Yeah, it said Microsoft's going to be back on top within 2 years. No.
Yeah, well, my question to Gadang was, so I just bought. A lot of people bought those Game Pass codes that came out this past week, right? They were $29 for 6 months. So I bought 2 of those, and you can stack them. But I didn't know if the codes do they expire. So like, if I want to wait all the way till February 22nd when Crackdown comes out to activate it, to have a full year of when Microsoft's games will be launching, like I'm with crap. I'm going to own them anyways. But I mean, you might as well have it. So that would be the time to do it. If I wait till then, but will the code expire? You know, sometimes when you buy these codes, they expire.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just enter them in because they're going to have them on sale Black Friday. Foxy said that as well. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, they're always on sale.
Well, you know, listen, crap. I mean, in defense of Game Pass, which I mean, we're in the same train on this, but you know, like Jay said, there's a lot of games in there, and who knows? Maybe somebody sparks something. You say, "Oh, well, I got it." And if they're stackable and they're going to be 6 months, $29, like once or twice a year, you can keep stacking them. It is, it never was, but it's kind of like when you open your refrigerator and you got all those condiments, right? You got like 16 different mustards. You only use the same one. Doesn't mean you want to get rid of the other condiments. You keep them in there just in case.
Yeah.
You never know. I got like 3 different kinds of hot sauce.
Are you guys still subbed to EA Access?
No. I left EA Access a very long time ago. But that's because that's such a minute category of games. Like, I don't know. Like the Need for Speed stuff, I'm out. Don't care. Battlefield, I'm out. I don't care. The sports games, I only buy Madden. And that's it. I think it's a wrap.
I think.
Okay, what if when Titanfall 3 comes out and what if it goes into EA Access day one? Would you get it back?
First of all, Titanfall 3 is probably quite some time away, if at all, because did you see Vincent Pella at that EA conference? Holy crap, he looked like Walt Disney. He looked like a deer in headlights.
He's talking up his great game, man.
It's going to be a great game. Now, picture my eyelids completely stretched up to my forehead, and that's how big his eyes were. It's going to be great. Don't forget about us. We're still here. We're Respawn. We lost half our staff back to Infinity Ward, but we're great. Okay, thanks, Vince. Let's get Vince off the goddamn camera.
Great job by him. Great job, man.
Yeah, he's really doing it.
He did, man. He nailed it, dude. That was awesome.
I don't know what he did.
Great job, man. He was pitching his game, Star Wars.
That title even sounds bad.
Nah, that title sounds amazing.
What was it? It was Star Wars, the Jedi that last sat next to the other Jedi, next to the bad guy. Was that what was it called?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was that memorable. It was that great. How great was it, crap? It was like remember Rodney Dangerfield? Hey, Rodney, what did you know about the Great Gatsby?
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
What do you know about the Great Gatsby? He's great.
He's great. Yeah.
Wait, what is it called?
It's called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And it takes place between episodes 3 and 4. I guess you're playing as a Jedi that's trying to like be on the lamb or whatever.
The first game title that actually requires a comma.
Well, no, like they all have the little things there, right? The Star Wars and then titled Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
well,
mean,
listen, I think it's going to be. I'm actually excited
great,
for
man.
that
It's
game.
gonna
I am
be
excited for that
amazing.
game.
So
I just
stop
didn't like the
hating.
way he pitched it. He
Stop
didn't pitch it
hating,
right.
man.
It's not hating.
He pitched it perfectly fine. You're just being picky.
He looked like a Bruce Almighty, the Jim Carrey character, just before he found out he got canned on the air.
Well, I mean, he was there, so it's like I don't know, man. Like you're super picky because like the other day you messaged me, you're like, Onrush, not really impressed by those graphics.
Well, it didn't. Well, everyone's sending out all these things, and I would say shout out to Good Dang again for the awesome gift. But I got to be honest with you. So I'm playing it, and all I hear is crap, and a bunch of people being like, "Holy shit, these 4K textures are slapping me silly," and I'm like, "What?" Like I turned it on. I thought I was playing like 2018 Excite Bike.
No,
I'm like, "What happened?" I got to replay. No, listen. In all defense, I told crap. No, hey, listen. First of all, we've got to be entertaining, crap. Second of all, the thing about it is the reason
4K textures are slapping me.
They're slapping me silly.
God.
Give me my textures back. Right. I think there it is. Oh God!
How did he record that?
That was one of our outtakes. Remember when we did the whole thing?
Yeah.
But I think that the game I played. First of all, I played it. It downloaded. It was downloading. It was installing. I played it so late. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I go, let me just play. And then I was like, you crap! It's throwing achievements.
Yeah.
Like I think one of the achievements was thanks for hanging around this late, Mooch.
Yeah.
It was 30 gamer score, and I was like,
got
wow,
over 400 on it, man. I hit level 30 last night. So.
You know what? If they want to have a successful Star Wars game again, you know what they need to do? They need to remaster Rogue Squadron.
I don't know. I thought those were good, but like I think what they're trying to get here is like those old Jedi Academy type games,
which is cool. That I like.
So that's what I'm thinking they're kind of going with here. So
it's about time they bring the Jedi back. I mean, to have a Jedi game, you know, I like it. Somebody in the audience was like, or was it Andrew Renee was like, are we going to be able to use lightsabers? And he does this creepy smile and like turns his head at a 45-degree angle at her, and he's like, yes. Yes, there will be lightsabers. You're like, all right, Vince. All right. Get Vince off the air, quick.
Yeah,
let's shine the game. More game, less Vince. I can just see the director of the show right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Yeah, more game, less Vince. That should be a shirt, folks. Jay, make that, please. I'll buy it. I'll be the first
I'm on it.
Put it next to your crap was right shirt.
Oh, God. Mooch was right. I think should have been like the hanger should still be like waving left and right from people grabbing those this week. Hey, folks, at least we crack ourselves up. Listen, it's a hell of a show. We're having what a great day. We've hit the 2-hour mark, crap. Do you want to do a voicemail? Do you want to do an outro? We have a wheel to spin too. Jay, I don't know. That might take you a second to pull that up too.
Yeah, going to take me a second. I was telling Mooch that I had some technical difficulties this morning. Remember last week when I was bringing up the wheel and you guys got to see my Xbox?
Yeah,
well, that's because I run my Surface tablet into my TV in onto my Xbox because I only have one HDMI for my Elgato. Today I tried to get it all set up before the show started, and I was getting no signal. You know that symbol where it shows picture of the Xbox and says no signal? That's what I'm getting. So I had to do a little dipsy doodle here to get it to run, but I got it going.
Dipsy
so
doodle.
Yeah, that's another term from up north.
Are you ready for it?
It's a Canadian.
Yeah, we're ready. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, look at that. With a couple of Jay's tabs in there, too.
Oh, yeah. I can get rid of those quick. Sorry about that. Like I said, I had to kind of do this last minute. People, I'm sure they're all looking at my tabs, wondering if they could see Pornhub or something.
Right. I used to do 3-hour shows. Crap did not approve of those.
My ass doesn't approve of those.
Crap's
That's
like,
why.
hell no. So we've been trying to keep everything at 2 hours.
So I customized this one for the E3. So I hope everyone likes the background.
It does. It looks nice. It does.
Like it.
Okay, so let's spin it.
Dipsy doodle. That must be a Canadian thing.
Gotta be. All right, the Wheel of Wonder. Here we go, folks. This is these are for the voicemails, Jay.
That's correct.
All right, folks. So even if you didn't hear your name, you are on the wheel.
And you'll hear your voicemail probably on the Patreon show this week.
Yes, absolutely.
Boop, 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 boop. It's gonna be Jerky Boy.
Looks like G-Man Jerky Boy.
G-Man Jerky Boy.
Nice.
Nice.
With a great call in, by the way, so it's well deserved. That was funny. I enjoyed it.
Hey, we should play his call in again.
I don't know how that came into it, but I'll take a crossfire plug, I guess.
Hey, Jay, play the winning voicemail again. Let's go.
Sure. Just give me 1 second here.
Oh, that's great.
Because it was funny and it was kind of short.
It was short. It was very short and very funny.
That's right. Here we go.
Hey, what's up, Mooch Crap, J-Dubs, what's going on, G-Man 1172? Just real quick, guys, we gotta lay off AC Bongos, dude. We gotta do it. My sister-in-law is from across the pond, and, that's her cousin, twice removed and once under her shoe. He's getting a little upset. He called and he left a message on my sister-in-law's voicemail. She just got off the phone ripping me apart, saying, look, you had these friends of yours to stop picking on little AC, alright? His fucking message, he just said, I'm smart, I can do things, and I want some respect!
Little AC. Oh, God. G-Man, keep those coming in, buddy. You're hysterical. I love it. Crap, what do you think? We'll go out with a Mooch and Crap theme song into the outro?
Hey, I'm down, man.
Jay, you
I'm
okay
down.
with that?
Yeah, let's do that.
That pause in Jay's voice means hold on. I've got to find that.
No, I've got it all here. Here's the thing with the Stream Deck. My Stream Deck only has so many buttons on it, and I can't have everything at once. So sometimes I have to either look at my Stream Deck or look over at my OBS on my screen to see where I've got it. But yeah, I've got this one ready. So,
all right, everybody, thank you.
Go check out my new video. Dropped at 1.
Nice.
Just say, yeah.
Check it out, guys.
There's no 110 option. It's either 1 or 130.
Yeah.
So it's like 1.
Yeah, take the 1.
And I'm very ashamed of people not calling in for the pony prize. Like, people don't like free shit. What's up with that?
Yeah, guys, come on.
Apparently not.
Yeah. That's the new thing in 20.
What people didn't know that this week's pony prize was a year of Game Pass.
Oh, now you guys lose out on that.
We're gonna have to do it. We'll do it next week. We'll see. We'll watch the phones. Like literally, Jay, you'll be on a phone indefinitely.
Yeah, hit that like button. Let's get up over 200, y'all. Come on.
Hit that like button, guys. Happy Father's Day, everybody. Go
Yes.
game. If you got your kids and you like the game together as a family. It's a lot of fun. I always recommend it. Something we always did and we continue to do. I recommend it. Enjoy your Sunday. Jay, take us out.
Happy Father's Day.
Mooch and crap. They talk about games and no drama smack. Search the web for media ties to catch these ponies in their lives. Look out! Here comes Mooch and Crab. Are they bots? Listen up. They have Mountain Dew in their blood. NeoGaf, Xbox Red, Crap's got Tim-Dog all over it. Hey there! Here comes Mooch and Crab. From a tweet of Phil, Xbox hate will arrive like the Scorpio. Mooch and Crab, but just in time. Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. Zany gaming duel Mooch and Crap. YouTubing is their core. A thumb in is its reward to them. Xbox is one big hangout. Whenever there's a game out, you'll find Mooch and Crap.
Wake on up. It's Mooch, it's Crap, and Jay in the morning. Wipe your eye boogies, get your coffee finished yawning. This is Mooch and Crap. Wake up, let us begin with gaming news, skits, and call-ins from all the fans. No matter where you at, Cali or Pakistan, New York or New Guinea, this is where it's at. These are Xbox dudes with Xbox views on slander and hate towards Xbox news. This is Mooch and Crap. Show for the people, and they coming with it. Now do you understand? Now do you get it? Ponies love to lie and PC fans won't admit it, but Xbox hate is real and they all with it. Call in, let it ring in. We here to rock, we here to win. It's about the games, it's about the pride. Now Xbox community, come on, let's rock. Mooch and Crap. Big show. show. Oh, oh.